There's no place I'd rather be, where polished chrome reflects the vision of every outlaw's dream. It's a little piece of heaven where the wild hearts go to roam, where legends come together. It's the place that we call home. It's summer nights, it's neon lights, it's good times and living free. It's throwing back a shot of Jack, it's making badass memories. Kickstart Saloon. It's neon buzzing in the Midwest haze, the smell of burnt rubber as the band hits the stage. It's the soulful sounds the band throws down, and they got it cranked up to 10. It's another great night underneath the lights. It's good times with damn good friends. Kickstart Saloon. Y'all come on in. Sit back, relax, throw a few shots back and let the party begin. We'll throttle up on the good times, crank the volume up on the tunes. So allow me to welcome you to the Kickstart Saloon. From the steel horses we ride, parked outside, lined up all in a row, to leather dreams, the denim seams, and the music deep down in our soul. We raise up a glass to loved ones past and those of us still living the dream, to loyalty, to love, to the good Lord above and everything in between. Kickstart Saloon. There's a place you just gotta see, where polished chrome reflects the vision of every outlaw's dream.
Welcome in here live. I'm John Clement, ready to bring you all the action tonight here live from the Raising Cane's River Center as your Topeka Scarecrows get back to action against the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Scarecrows return after a 2-week break that sees them head down to the Bayou of Baton Rouge and the Raising Cane's River Center. Both teams come in after some time off and should be well rested. Topeka has several games in hand on the opponents surrounding them, making these contests even more important. The Zydeco are off to a rough start with just one win in their first 7 games, and that came on opening night against Monroe. Since then, Monroe, Columbus, and Biloxi have taken the W against Baton Rouge, but after a week off, will it reset the system and allow them to reset their season? Tonight's the first of 14 matchups throughout this year, and we'll see who can come out on top. The Zydeco coming in, they've got a huge hill to climb as they sit at the bottom of the Continental Division with their record right now 1-5-1, good enough for 4 points so far in the Continental Division, while your Topeka Scarecrows sit at 4-3-0-1 with that overtime win, making that 5-3 record a little bit more separated. However, they have sunk down to 5th in the Empire, but with some wins this week, they will be able to rise themselves right back up. Everything is super tight, and we'll be keeping an eye on the out-of-town scoreboard as those games in hand could prove to be huge pieces for your Topeka Scarecrows. Going to be interesting to see what head coach Robbie Nichols has in store tonight, but right now we're going to take a look at tonight's hot player to watch. Tonight's hot player to watch, Carson Gallagher, one of the new additions to the Scarecrows after acquiring the 2025 SPHL Rookie of the Year while on the 2-week break. Gallagher, who posted 46 points in 42 games with the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, on the way to achieving that honor. During the postseason, Carson posted 3 points in 3 games, making him a sought-after target this offseason, and after beginning the year in Moline, Gallagher became a very exciting free agent. Though this is his first game for Topeka, his history makes Carson an exciting prospect to watch and makes Carson Gallagher tonight's hot player to watch. As we get set for tonight, we'll hear what Robbie Nichols has to say before we get set for this one. And, of course, we'll have all the action for you tonight here live from the Raising Cane's River Center. Your Scarecrows are back, Topeka. Keep it tuned right here. Down here for another edition of Coach's Corner with head coach Robbie Nichols. Coach, it's been a long 2 weeks since we've seen the boys take the ice, and now for the first time in 2 weeks, you get a chance to take on the Baton Rouge Zydeco. What's your feelings coming into this week?
Well, we're excited. Our last hockey game, I think we had 20 days off, so it's kind of exciting to be back and having a game action. And just the way the schedule's worked out, we had that time off, so I think the boys are chomping at the bit, but you never know since we've been off for a few days. So just excited to see what we got.
Well, we talked last time, and really mostly through the first 8 games of the season, you hadn't seen a lot of these guys play. You finally got a rhythm on who you have and how they play and what you're looking at. And then we've got a couple of trades that came down the cycle, and a signing in Carson Gallagher that came in. So now you got 3 new guys to evaluate here over this weekend. So is it kind of right back to the beginning of the season, or what's the difference now between where we started?
I think it is, but definitely we've upgraded. Like you said, when we had Carson Gallagher, and you can add Hunter Hall, and guys that we picked up down the little stretch here, and getting ready after those. We've never seen them play, so we got 2 guys in the lineup tonight that have never played a game for. So we're excited to see if we've upgraded and we've gotten better. That's the goal all year long. We need to get better before you get to the playoff time, and I'm excited to see these guys tonight. All 3 lines had a great practice, so I can't wait to see the game tonight.
Well, you talk about the 2 guys, and then obviously Cameron Clark, the 3rd edition that you made. When he comes in and comes from an organization like Binghamton that you've had to be a big part of this league for the last couple of years, winning championships, winning back-to-back championships. What kind of edge did he add to the mix as well?
Well, that's what I missed Clarkie, but I think all 3 of our lines are going to be solid, so I'm excited. They, like I said, they all had good skates, the last few days, and looking good. And before I thought maybe we were playing with 1-2 lines, and now I think we're playing with 3 lines. So I think we're looking a lot deeper, a lot better, and only time will tell.
For sure, and obviously you've had a couple of days down here to skate in Baton Rouge. I know you guys got here, Wednesday and had the chance to get out on the ice. How much of an advantage is it to skate on the ice you're going to play a game on? I know the guys have talked about it over the course of the week. As a former player yourself, do you see an advantage here to having that extra couple of days?
I think a little bit. You get used to their ice. Every ice is different. You get used to it a little bit now that we've skated on it. And I think the guys are comfortable on it. And, sometimes you travel, you get off a bus and you try to play a hockey game. That's hard on the body. And so we've been here, we've been adjusted. So, there's no excuses for tonight.
Speaking of no excuses, obviously 20 days off, that's a long rest period that you don't ever see. And even when teams sweep in the playoffs, you don't see that kind of rest period. How do you keep the rust from growing off? I know you guys have done biking. I know you've done lots of ice time, but how do you really simulate the effects of a game over those weeks?
I think a little bit of cross-training. Like you said, we did a lot of practices. We had some games. We gave them some fun days. I know the guys, some went golfing, which was great. Some guys went hunting, which was great, and some guys went to other places, which is not so great. But, we wanted to keep them focused, keep them, they're here to play hockey. Now it's time to get back to work.
And speaking of work, a lot of work to come here in the next couple of weeks. 5 games over these next 2 weeks here, 2 down here in Baton Rouge, 3 back home in Port Huron. As you look at this series with Baton Rouge, it's easy to take them as a non-threat. 1 win in their first almost 11 games now. How do you keep the guys aware and upbeat and ready to go, basically, against a team that might be overlooked in the standings?
Well, these are the teams that scare me. A wounded dog is a dangerous dog, and so we can't take nothing for granted. This team's getting better too. They've made some trades, and they're getting better. And I know their coach over there is trying to assemble the best team he can. And they brought in a new goaltender, and they've probably got 3 new guys in their lineup too. So we're equal in that, and they're getting better. So we can't take nothing for granted. And we have to go out there and play a hard Scarecrow hockey.
There it is. Scarecrow hockey, of course, has been relevant, and seeing what it is, obviously a lot of your guys have multiple points and multi-point games over the first 8 games of the season. A lot of success out of Elijah Wilson, Hugo Koch, Scott Koash, TJ Sneath. When you look at the lineup right now and you're finding your way, I know you've said since the beginning, you're very happy with your goaltending, you're very happy with your defense. Are you starting to see the impact on the forwards as you've worked through these couple weeks?
I think I am. Like you said, goaltending's been strong, defense has been strong, and I think forwards after these last changes, 3 new pieces, I'm pretty excited with the lineup we have right now, and we'll see. Check our report card here tonight.
Well, and that being said, I want to talk about special teams. Obviously, penalty kill has been getting stronger and stronger as the seasons wore on. Power play has continued to try to find their way. They're up over 20% now. Obviously, that's a great number anytime you get it in the standings report. With what you see right now, the power play, has that been a source, something you're working on, or is it something that's kind of been on the afterthought? With 3 solid lines, do you really think about power play lines?
No, definitely we work on the power play. I think adding Carson Gallagher, like you said, adding a great set of hands helps the power play. Different personnel. So we've got 2 new power plays coming at you tonight. So things have been changing around, and it's funny. Power play 3 has been the best in practice. So that's the guys that just go out and grind and run you over. So we'll see which one we use. We got power play 1, 2, 3 coming at you. All 3 lines can play a power play, and we move play pieces around a little bit, but really happy. Got a lot of good hockey players in our dressing room right now.
Well, last question before I let you go. I got to ask, Sammy Bernard back from the ECHL call-up, had an opportunity to skate over there with Wichita, coming back off an IR spin too. You've had some good starts out of Daniel Brzgalov, and of course you've got Dyer still waiting to make his first appearance. What are you looking at goaltending-wise? Well,
yeah, I've got 3 good goalies I can trust. Like you said, Sammy got some ECHL call-up time, and he had a little injury before that. And Danielle's been strong in net. And Dyer, we haven't had to call on him yet to start a game, but he's there and helping out all the time. So I think I can't go wrong with all 3. So a great game-time decision.
Oh, and there's the mystery from Coach Robbie Nichols. We'll be back here on the pregame show.
The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Port Huron Prowlers at the Stormont Vale Event Center. November 28th, Hockey Fights Cancer Night, sponsored by Heartland Bath Builders. November 29th is our day after Thanksgiving family game. And November 30th is Pucks and Paws Night. Get your tickets now.
Join the club. Club Car Wash.
Dear Toppers, my wife and I love your pizza so much, we named our son after one of your menu items, Sincerely, Baron Buffalo von Chicken Topper III. P.S. Can't not have toppers.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here.
Topeka Scarecrows, thank you to Green Valley Smoke Shop for sponsoring Military Appreciation Night.
Thank you, Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
Quality renovations in Topeka start with Kingdom Builders. From dream kitchens to outdoor living spaces, we bring craftsmanship and class to every project. Book your free consult today. Your vision, our craft, His glory.
Whether it's your first time or you've done this before, buying or selling a home can be scary. That's why you need someone who truly cares. Let Vince Vasquez and Keller Williams One Legacy Partners be your trusted source, guiding you every step of the way to a championship caliber experience. Because at Keller Williams, we're the team that puts you first.
Keller Williams, the team that puts you first.
Call Vince Vasquez today at 785-608-8537. Hey, Scarecrows fans! Topeka Chick-fil-A restaurants are proud to partner with your Topeka Scarecrows. Add chicken to your roster and feel like a champion. Order your favorites through the Chick-fil-A app and pick them up at either our 17th and Wanamaker or our South Topeka Boulevard location to cheer on the Scarecrows to victory. Let's go, Scarecrows!
Jason's Deli, it's a family thing. We serve delicious food with quality ingredients. No MSG, trans fats, high fructose corn syrup, dyes, or artificial flavors.
Can you already wax? Yeah. Eat from the room with like Supernautics hot.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home.
It's really him.
It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote at amfam.com. Find space at Spring Hill Suites.
Let's go, again! Let's go, again! Let's go, again! I was thinking about
For rest and relaxation, go to Spa Via.
Security threats. They are scary, they are real, and they happen. Whether it's a cyber threat or a physical threat, you won't see it coming. Is your business prepared? If not, where do you start? Rest easy. The experts at Nextech are here to help. With a free security assessment, we can discover where you may have gaps and come up with a solution that will protect your business assets. Visit next-tech.com/business to learn more about security protection.
Hotel Topeka at City Center is your home away from home when in the capital city. Located just 1 mile from downtown and conveniently located right next to the Stormont Vale Event Center. Whether you're in town for a Scarecrows game or just on vacation, stay with a touch of class at Hotel Topeka at City Center.
Jason's Deli has catering you can count.
All right, with that, we are ready and set to get started here. Period number 1 coming up. The goaltending matchup tonight, well, it's going to be an interesting one. Daniil Brizgalov takes his place back between the pipes after the return of Sammy Bernard from the ECHL. Assuming we'll be seeing him here shortly, but tonight it's all about Brizgalov. 2-2, 372 goals against an .893 save percentage. Down on the other side for the Baton Rouge Zydeco, Ed Coffey. 0-1-1, 489 goals against, .853 save percentage. Spent last year with the Mississippi Seawolves. So it will be interesting to see how this goaltender does. He's a huge goaltender. Much like Sammy Bernard, that is a impressive man down there in the crease. Danielle, of course, standing at 5'11". He is a all-over-the-place goaltender. He is somebody who is able to make a save and make it look pretty. So it'll be interesting to see how these two squads match up here tonight. Now, former Topeka Scarecrow Thomas Murphy out there on the starting line here tonight. Over there against Avery Smith on the far side. Starting things off, going to be interesting. Hunter Hall, the former Baton Rouge Zydeco, here on the left-hand side. Good look at him as we zoom in. As now we are set and ready to go. Cameron Clark wins that one back and taken there. Blaisdell quickly across, trying to move this puck back up quickly. Topeka starts off with it, and Avery Smith will dump that down deep. Bounces right over the stick of Coffey. Chasing after Topeka. Fresh off their 2 weeks off, this is going to be interesting. Big hit there into the corner as now once again, Scarecrows trying to come away with it, gets it back to the point. Looking, shooting, deflected up in the air. That's going to get out of play, and tripped up in front of the net was Avery Smith. Appears to be okay. 19:38 left to go here in period number 1 as we're just out of the gate here, folks. 0-0 tie score. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, appreciate all of those Baton Rouge fans who are joining me here tonight. John Clement here live bringing you tonight's action. Cameron Clark set to take the draw. Again, a couple of new pieces for your Topeka Scarecrows. Clark, formerly of the Binghamton Black Bears, 2-time Commissioner's Cup winner, as that one skitters away, and here comes Baton Rouge. The shot goes just wide as that bounces around the boards, trying to get it back to center ice. Zydeco will have to turn and retreat, chasing it back to their own zone. Back to Zydeco's Matcham. Matcham moves it up and back to center ice. Quick change now for Topeka. Sent across. It's Gordon Whalen with it. Whalen sends it ahead, tips it, and that one's dumped all the way in. Ed Coffey comes out to play. Coffey back below the goal line, dumping it around as the Zydeco looked to get it set up. A nice poke check that time. As trying to get in there was Hugo Koch. Couldn't come away with it, as now that's fed ahead. Poked through, back down deep, and rolled around the boards. Back to get it. Baton Rouge trying to play that one ahead. It's Garrett Johnson trying to move it. Stepping in there, however, it's moved quickly back by Inlow. Inlow throwing it back towards the front. Right towards the front. Backhanded shot, and that won't go. Excellent chance there for Scott Koash. Koash, of course, leading the team in scoring 7 goals so far on the season. As we're just a minute 11 in, as Topeka continues to pressure. Zydeco had a beauty of a chance there early, but ripped it just wide of the netminder. Koash set to take the draw. Loses that one cleanly. Trying to chase back after it. Baton Rouge will get it up and out to center ice. Gordon Whalen picks up there. A delayed penalty coming here. This is going to go against Baton Rouge. Inlow passing across. As Koch has it poke checked away from him. That'll be touched, and that'll be a penalty as Bryce French touches up on that one. So the Scarecrows will go to the power play here for the first time after their break. And taking a seat, looks like it's going to be the aforementioned Bryce French. So 2 minutes up on the board. Scarecrows, an excellent opportunity here to get things started off the right way. 21% on the power play. Baton Rouge's penalty kill, 84.6%. They get set. Sneath is out here to take the draw. Coming together. Sneath will be kicked out, and they'll reset. Waiting for the puck to drop. It finally is down. Rolls to the front. Coffee throws it to the blue line, and it gets out of the zone. Quickly coming back across. Excuse me, folks. As once again, Topeka starts up ice. Trying to break through center. Dumped right back in, and Bryzgalov will have to play. Bryzgalov back behind. Has help. Topeka begins to look up ice again. As now breaking into the in the zone onside. Thrown off the side of the net, and now Topeka trying to set back up. Rolled back down deep. Sideboards, Gallagher has it. Trying to move it down below the goal line. Back to Gallagher at the hash marks. Back down low again. Back to Gallagher, hash marks. Throws it towards the net. Bounces off a player and bounces right back out on Catola's stick. Nick Catola. Back the other way. Turns into the zone. Killing time. Throws back. Trying to break back in. Larwood has it. Backhand shot. Turned away. Back behind the goal once again. Sorry about that, folks. Gallagher comes away with it. Trying to push it forward as Koch moved out. Topeka caught in the middle of a change. Gordon Whalen back to play. Whalen has it. Trying to move it up ice. Whalen with it. Back down. Gets that deep. Trying to play it around. Kept in the zone. Looking across the front of the net mouth. Gets it across, but Koash couldn't control. Back to Whalen at the point. Whalen has it. Back for Scott Koash. Koash works it along the sideboards. Passes across, finds his man, waits, shot, goal! Topeka buries it and makes it look easy. A beauty of a power play goal as it took a minute, but Jacob Gagnon buries it and makes it his 4th of the season. Just 3:02 into the game. So 1-0 Topeka. As the Scarecrows we'll go back to 5-on-5 now. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 seconds into the game, and once again, Topeka will start to chase as Avery Smith ties up his man, trying to come away with the puck, has a little bit of trouble as that one's bounced around. Smith tied back up, trying to move this puck around. Cameron Clark in there digging for it now, as Avery Smith comes out of the scrum with it, still has it in the slot. Smith gets knocked over, and the puck is flipped back to center ice. 16:35 left to go here, period number 1. 1-0 Scarecrows. Back behind the net. Topeka looks up ice. Heads out. Cameron Clark cuts over center, passes across. Back in the offensive zone. Thrown through. Clark on the backhand, couldn't come up with it. Throws around the boards. Right back to the slot, and again it bounces onto a Baton Rouge stick. Turning back around, the Zydeco flip it towards the bench. It's touched there, and they'll blow that play dead as that one hit a glove. Avery Smith not happy with the player there flipping the puck into the bench. And now they will head back to the bench. Everything appears to be on the up and up according to the officials. So 16:13 left to go here, period number 1. As faceoff will come just inside the neutral zone. No, they're going to bring it back to center ice now. TJ Sneath set to take the draw. 16:13 to go here, period number 1. 1-0 Topeka. Puck is dropped. One back. Elijah Wilson gets taken down, and now back into the zone comes Baton Rouge. Zydeco racing through, back behind the goal line. A shot turned away by Bryzgalov, and that'll be blown dead as the net came off its moorings. Little too easy there, as they'll want to check the pegs on that. Second shot of the game there for Baton Rouge as well, as they'll make a quick change. Hopping over the bench, Richard Dorina there. They get set. Face-off going to come to the left-hand side of Daniil Bryzgalov. Bryzgalov was looking very, very on against Indiana the last time that the Scarecrows dropped the puck. That one pushed back as the wingers apparently encroached. Thomas Murphy and Alex Norwinski Again, Murphy, a former Topeka Scarecrow. We'll talk to him in the first intermission, so hang with us, as that one won back cleanly by Baton Rouge. Zydeco, take it, thrown towards the net off a leg, and that'll be tipped up by Gagnon. Gagnon loses it, turned around, and the Zydeco keep possession. Dumped back down low by Murphy. Below the goal line now, big hit there. Gagnon on his opposite number, turned away and sent back to the blue line, but can't clear the zone. Still bouncing around. That will get past the blue line, and now the Scarecrows start out the other way. Hustled ahead. Into the offensive zone. Elijah Wilson tries to throw it through. Can't get free. Can't get his stick free either, and he's taken back to center ice. Now Elijah Wilson being held, and that's got to be a penalty. Wilson gets a stick now as well, and now he's going to go at it. Ciolik went right at Elijah Wilson. Wilson not happy. The stick was taken out of his hands. He's being sent to the bench. And Wilson telling the Zydeco bench to look at the scoreboard. It's 1-0. I don't think that's the gap you're quite looking for, but again, both benches are open here on the penalty box side, but it does look like the Zydeco going to go to the box. 2 minutes for the hold, and that's going to go against Hunter Alden. So right back to the Ace Electric power play for the Topeka Scarecrows. 15:32 to go here, period number 1. 1-0 Scarecrows, see if they can double their lead. So the Scarecrows get the lineup they want out here. They're asking for the faceoff to be brought to the other side, as TJ Sneath, Carson Gallagher, they're not going to get Wilson onto the ice, so they'll make a quick change after the fact with Koash going out there. Quick look again as they try to set something up. Sneath waits on the draw, able to push it back. Koash comes up with it. Koash turns it around, and he's heading off trying to get the change for Elijah Wilson. Rolled around, Katola comes up with the puck. Nick Katola looking up ice, fires it 200 feet, and no doubt about that one making it all the way. Fed around the boards, chased back after. Trying to get there was Papa Petros. Does get it through the neutral zone and has the puck back, taken away, and now back the other way. Here comes a breakaway into the zone. Alexandre with a shot turned away. What a stop by Brizgalov, as now Papa Petros comes away with it, sending it in front of his net. Short-handed attempt there for the Zydeco. Back in comes Hugo Koch. Koch cutting towards the net, tipped in front, and that's turned away. Koch gets it right back, sends it back to the blue line, and right past Papa Petros. Over to get it goes Daniel Brizgalov. Brizgalov trying to hurry this back to the neutral zone. Koash comes away with it and sends it back into his own zone. Papa Petros back below his own goal line. He's harassed by Cox. Left back behind, as now out the other way. Here comes Cameron Clark. Quick feed up for Gallagher. Gallagher all the way across. Gets it in the offensive zone onside. Down low, Clark has to spin and turn around. Koash chases after it. He's pinned in the corner. Koash still trying to work this puck around. And he does get it down to Clark. Moves it back towards the point. Chipped ahead. Gordon Whalen in there to keep it. Whalen throws it ahead. Bounces over the stick of Clark. And now Baton Rouge sends it towards the blue line. Kept by Gagnon. Passes across. Deeper in the zone. Shot kicked aside that time by Coffey. Right out towards the middle. And again can't get it to go. Back out the other way. 14:07 left to go here in the period. 32 seconds left to go in the power play. Clark right back into the zone. A little drop pass. Gagnon comes away with it. Banks it off the wall. Still working it. Jacob Gagnon turns at the hash marks. Gagnon looking. Shot deflected in front. Back out for Gordon Whalen. Whalen down to the last 15 seconds in the power play. Lets it go for Cameron Clark. Back to Koash. Koash dumps off again for Clark. Clark with a shot off his own man. Clark gets it back. Sent around the boards. Pinching back in. Couldn't control it. That'll do it for the power play. And a breakaway for Ross Bartlett. Bartlett breaking in, looking, taking shot, blocker save. A huge stop by Brizgalov again. So 1 for 2 on the power play. Go the Scarecrows as Katola turns it right back around. Here comes Bartlett racing back in again. A second opportunity shot over the top of the net. Excellent save that time by Blaisdell. Trying to move that puck ahead. Off the boards, right back to center ice. And again, Topeka chasing. Blaisdell gets it back at his own blue line. Passed across. Looking to set this one up. They feed it across through the neutral zone. Avery Smith going for a change. That puck dumped back ahead. Back to get it. Blaisdell back to center ice. Takes a weird carom off the boards that time. Baton Rouge able to get there. Shot goes wide of the net. And back behind. Topeka gets it out to center ice. Right over that center ice logo, but right back onto a Baton Rouge stick. Picking it off there is Tyler Inlow. Inlow trying to move it ahead. Cannot. As now again tied up. Looking for a penalty, and the Baton Rouge bench getting excitable down there. Back around the boards it goes. Trying to settle it down. The Zydeco setting up back in their own zone. 12 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in period one as we still await the first media timeout. Connor Lind back to play. Gets it out to center ice, but nobody there as that one's dumped ahead and off of Lind, but back into his own zone. Brizgalov leaves it there for his defense. Doug Blaisdell waiting as his lines make changes. 12 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. Shots on goal tied 4 apiece, 1-0, and where it matters for the Topeka Scarecrows. Sent ahead, Gallagher moves it ahead, but couldn't connect as now back again, the Zydeco dump it in. Alex Norwinski chasing. Norwinski feeds it along for Blaisdell. Blaisdell backhands right onto his Zydeco stick towards the front, broken up, and Sneath couldn't get it out either. Turning, shooting, save! Big stop by Brizgalov, and that'll take us to the first media timeout of the game. 11:48 to go. It's 1-0 in favor of your Topeka Scarecrows. We'll be back after this.
Brass Rail Tavern. Come visit Topeka's oldest bar. 401 North Emmett Street, Topeka.
All right, with that, we are back. 1-0 Scarecrows, 11:48 left to go here in period number one. So the Zydeco have had a number of good chances, but haven't been able to beat Daniel Brizgalov yet. Scarecrows have to get something going back the other end of the ice. They had that first goal. That was a huge one. Had a second opportunity on the power play, could not get it done. So, face-off dropped, and Baton Rouge had jumped that one as Kuznetsov a little bit ahead of the play. So, Kuznetsov will switch sides. Scott Chirac, Jake Cox, trying to figure things out as now Kuznetsov thought he was going to take it. No, he comes back to his original spot, and Cox will take the draw. They wait, puck is dropped, kicked back, Zydeco with it, worked through, Chirac right towards the front, picked off, and Inlow will lift a stick, hustling out the other way, 2-on-1 for Topeka. Here comes Koash. He's got Koch with him, looking, trying to get it towards the front, but it poke checks back below the goal line, and now turned back around by Baton Rouge. Zydeco trying to hustle back out of the zone, chipped ahead, Kuznetsov cuts wide, poke checked away from him back to the center ice area, and again, Zydeco looking to find some kind of connection, just not able to find much going on for them. Back behind off a couple of skates, kept in the zone, trying to turn it around was Koch, could not, knocked out of the air by Inlow. Inlow pushes it ahead, skating forward is Koch, dumps it down low for Inlow. Inlow pinned to the boards now, and Scotty Koash taking a look. Cox will get there, he moves it ahead quickly, right back through a bunch of legs, bounces out to center ice, poke checked out again, Norwinski is there. Alex Norwinski trying to get it away, finally does pop back to Jacob Gagnon. Gagnon dumping that one off. Bumped off here again goes Cameron Clark. Clark, below his own goal line, looks as the Zydeco make changes. Now he'll rush up. Poke checked ahead. Trying to force that puck ahead. It's gotten into the offensive zone, but again, right back onto a Baton Rouge stick. Control the issue of the evening so far here for Topeka. Dumps back in. Zydeco have it. Forcing it deeper in the zone. Katola chasing it down. It's moved out and sent ahead. Here comes Avery Smith. Smith, Hall, racing ahead. Smith into the zone, looking, shooting, and it's taken away by Ed Coffey. Big stop by the big goaltender. 10:26 left to go here in the first period. Face-off going to be off to the left-hand side of Coffey as they'll get set again. So, Clark set to take the draw. Smith, a beauty of a wrister there, just couldn't connect. As Clark will get kicked out of the face-off circle. Smith coming in. He does circle in, and he'll take the draw. Avery Smith trying to get set. Got to be careful here, as now Topeka in danger of getting a penalty, as Smith wins that faceoff back to the blue line, kept there, chipped towards the center, and again it's taken away as Murphy moved it ahead. Trying to get this puck up and into the offensive zone. Poke checked away, dumped down into the corner. Trying to move this puck. A little bit of trouble there as that's pinned around. And again, Baton Rouge able to keep it there. Murphy, a former Scarecrow, getting that puck moving. Back down low. Smith chips it towards the blue line, but kept again by Baton Rouge. Kick save there by Bryzgalov. Turned towards the middle and broken up by the Scarecrows. Chipped ahead as now Smith gets to the red line. He'll dump it all the way down. Ed Coffey covers it, and he will keep it covered there. As now some pushing, and not going to be a fan of that, as Hunter Hall, the former teammate, was cross-checked and still being held onto. Avery Smith now pushing back and forth as well, as they'll separate everybody. So, both teams head for the... No, Avery Smith is going to go to the penalty box. Smith being taken right to the box, as this will be a penalty kill. Slashing is the call. So with 9:49 left to go, it's a Next Tech penalty kill. We'll be back after this, as the Scarecrows will have some minutes to kill.
Security threats. They are scary, they are real, and they happen. Whether it's a cyber threat or a physical threat, you won't see it coming. Is your business prepared? If not, where do you start? Rest easy. The experts at Next Tech are here to help. With a free security assessment, we can discover where...
And with that, we are back as once again, the Scarecrows trying to find their way through here. 1-0 lead, as we were having a little bit of trouble there on the other side. So we've got always some fun here as we get moving along. So they're guessing the Zydeco player, Daniel Bryzgalov, getting set and getting ready over here as the Zydeco about to get their first power play opportunity of the game. But Zydeco on the power play this year, just 10.8%, as the Scarecrows have hustled their penalty kill number back over 80.6%. So you love to see that, but got to continue to get it going. It's one of those situations where the Scarecrows have an opportunity, but need to take advantage of it. So, lots of fun to come. Of course, we are happy to be with you live here from beautiful Baton Rouge, Louisiana. As now again, face off, coming to the right-hand side as puck poke check back along. Baton Rouge with possession, trying to work it along. Alexandrian has it, trying to force it wide. Has that one poke checked away by Connor Lind. Back down low it goes. Tyler Larwood trying to move it ahead. Taken away by Blaisdell, but Larwood gets it right back. Wrapping around the backside of the net. Alexandria back to the point. Back to Alexandria and along the boards. Pushed along. Back to the point again. Katola quickly moving it along the sidewall. Poke checked away. Alexandria with a shot over the top of the net, and that'll ride the rails back to center ice. Nick Katola goes back to play. 9:17 left to go here in period number one. Alexandria into the zone. Looking. Harassed there. Drops for Katola. Katola down now at the hash marks. Back below the goal line. Larwood plays it ahead. Katola wraps it around the boards. Continues to work it. Back down low. Larwood has it. Larwood banks it off the wall for Alexandrian. Poke checked at. And again, Connor Lind digging for it. Back down low again. Fed back. Playing with it there. Bartlett passed across. Couldn't control as Alexandrian with it again at the hash marks. Passed across. Right back to Bartlett. Has it off a skate. Bartlett will get it right back. Fed off. Picked off by Blaisdell. He has it on the backhand now. Forcing it down lower below the goal line. Picked off, and Bartlett will wrap around the backside of the net. Trying to force it towards the front, but it was knocked off of his stick. Back across, looking, opportunity, shot turned away. Bryzgalov a big save, and he had to make a couple in a row. Bartlett gets it right back. Passed across, broken up. Scarecrows come away with it, and now a possible 2-on-1 if they hurry. Fed ahead, Hugo Koch moves ahead. Trying to get around his man. He's tied up as Koch goes down. Back behind, bounces off a couple of legs. Scarecrows will get there, back to the defense. Last 22 seconds of the power play. Chipped ahead all the way down. Coffey couldn't play. Leaves it back behind. Alexandrian is back. Alexandrian trying to play it off. Sends it across. Katola sends it ahead. Moved out quickly. Zydeco back in the offensive zone. Last 7 seconds of the power play. Chopped away. Still trying to work it. Kuznetsov comes away with it. A shot turned away in front. And again, that'll be picked off and sent off of the linesman. And now Avery Smith hustles out of the box. He and Hugo Koch heading for the offensive zone. Into the zone. Koch cutting through. He's taken off the puck, however, sent back around the backside of the net. Back there for it. Scarecrows with it. Avery Smith back to the point. Chopped down by Gagnon. Jacob Gagnon shoots it, deflected just wide. Move back again, fed around the boards. Chop back out to center, picked off there, and now they'll settle things down. Carson Gallagher moves it across for Norwinski. Norwinski back for Gallagher. Gallagher starts up ice. Chips it ahead, back towards the offensive zone, but again, it's turned right back around by Baton Rouge. Puck is collected, brought back into the zone by Wilson, fed off the boards, still trying to work it. Wilson digging, trying to shove it down deeper. Gallagher got tied up, but again, gets the puck right back. Gallagher back towards the middle, but nobody was there. Baton Rouge, an easy clear, throws it all the way down, stopped by Brizgalov. He feeds it off, and now again, 6:56 left to go here in the period. Gallagher off a leg, gets it right back. Carson Gallagher back into his own zone. Taking it himself, passes off. He finds Cameron Clark. Clark back below the goal line. Clark spinning back. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go here, period number 1. Clark looks, trying to find help. Does get it, chips it ahead into the offensive zone. Clark has it, breaking in, shot, and taken over the top of the net that time. Back to get it goes Gordon Whalen. Whalen on the backhand. Now he spins around. Whalen takes it below his own goal line now as he continues to set. Whalen waiting for some changes. Fires it ahead as now Elijah Wilson chips it ahead. All the way ahead. Here comes Cameron Clark. Backhand, forehand shot, and that will not go. What a stop by Ed Coffey. Clark had a couple of great opportunities there and couldn't bury. What a play. Ed Coffey doing a heck of a job back there. Still 1-0 Scarecrows. A couple of chances to make this 2-0, if not 3 or 4-0. Zydeco have had their chances as well, but Daniel Brizgalov on top of his game down there as once again the Scarecrows chasing that puck back around the boards. Pinching in, Lind able to keep it. Avery Smith back below the goal line for it. Smith is tied up. Comes out of the scrum with the puck. Dumps it back down. Almost a bit of a cycle there as Larwood gets tied up below the goal line. Larwood kicks it ahead now. Comes out of the scrum with it, and the Zydeco start up ice. Hustling out on the far side. Chipped ahead, and that's broken up by Topeka's defense. Turning it around. Connor Lind breaks out. Lind on the backhand, breaking over his own blue line. Cuts through center ice. Like butter, a shot, and Coffey with a save. So, 5:34 left to go here. Period number 1, still 1-0 for the Topeka Scarecrows. Shots on goal 10-9 in favor of the Zydeco. Long look now. Ed Coffey having a discussion with the official. Koash, Inlow, and Koch come back out here. Norwinski and Gagnon on the backside. Scott Koash gets set. Puck is dropped, trying to win that one back. It's still tied up there in between skates, and finally Baton Rouge comes in and takes it. Trying to hustle it out. It's Matcham. Passes across for Ciolik. Ciolik looks up ice. Fires it off a skate, and now the Scarecrows again having to settle back into their own zone. Jake Cox trying to throw it across. It's picked up by Gagnon. Off a skate again, and again the Scarecrows get forced deeper into their own zone. Cox is down there. Taken away by Norwinski. Fed off the boards, and that'll get up and to the blue line, but not out. Chipped off a skate, and now that'll be moved out as the Scarecrows hustle ahead. 3-on-2. Dump back off. Koch with a little pass. Another shot. Quick save there by Coffey, and Koash puts it over the top of the net. Back to get it goes Gagnon. Dumped off and around. Baton Rouge settling it down below their own goal line. A little dump pass there. Couldn't control as Ciolik skated right by. Zydeco resetting in their own zone. Quick changes now for Topeka. Ciolik back down low. Fed around. Back to play. Matcham looking up ice. Passed across. They look to settle. Katola takes his time, and now a change for Baton Rouge as well. Kuznetsov picks it up behind the goal and starts out. Kuznetsov cutting through, fed ahead, picked off at the blue line by Topeka, sent off of Elijah Wilson's skate. Wilson gets ahead into the zone. Trying to take it. A backhanded shot goes just across the net mouth and couldn't control. Fed ahead again by Baton Rouge. The Zydeco trying to work it back out. Hustled ahead. Chipped ahead. It's Katola dumping it off. Larwood shot turned away. Brizgalov comes up with a huge save. 4:02 left to go. And that'll take us to the final media timeout. Some pushing and shoving right in front of the net. Gordon Whalen, not the guy who's going to go. As yet again, the pushing and shoving continues. Scarecrows continue to maintain a 1-0 lead. We'll be back after this.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
All right, with that, we are back. And again, what a period this has been. An early start that got off on the right foot. Everything seemed to be going the right way there. For the Scarecrows, it's been a little bit scary since then. As now again, so much work to do when you don't have a complete lead. That's what you'd like to be here on visiting ice, especially after a 20-day layoff. So Robbie Nichols keeping his guys calm and ready to go here during the break. So we'll have to see what the Scarecrows come out of the break with here. I want to apologize to our listeners over there on Sportfy. I know there's some technical issues on that side, and hopefully that'll be straightened out here. But we are glad for all of our listeners and watchers here on YouTube. And, of course, our best wishes to the Baton Rouge Zydeco regular play-by-play broadcaster. Certainly hope he gets well soon, and we'll be back bringing you guys all the action. So, face off to the left-hand side of Daniel Brizgalov, who has faced 11 shots so far. Cameron Clark waiting. Puck is won back that time by Topeka, but immediately sent back towards the net. Broken up and sent around. Excellent play that time as hustling out is Avery Smith. Smith cuts over the red line, over the blue line, breaking in on the far right side. Shot towards the net is kicked just wide. And now again, back out the other way. Larwood sending it out through the neutral zone. Turning off was Papa Petros. Couldn't control the puck, however. Now he forces it out. Bartlett able to swat it back in, and Avery Smith will pick up. Smith, below the goal line, sends it around for Papa Petros. He comes away with it. Sent ahead. Looking up ice. Topeka gets it out to the neutral zone, where it'll be turned over, and Katola will pick it up back in his own zone. Nick Katola harassed as Hunter Hall takes him into the boards, and Zydeco not happy, but a delayed penalty is coming. Avery Smith pulling his man off Hunter Hall, as that, of course, Stephen Ford. Ford apparently wants no part of Avery Smith, as now again, Hunter Hall, I think, will be the one headed to the penalty box. So we'll see the official leading things over that way. And it will be a penalty kill. Boarding is the call, as they're taking Smith. I was pretty sure it was Hunter Hall, but Avery Smith will go, and it will be another Next Tech penalty kill. Next Tech, for all your cybersecurity needs, call Next Tech. So, 2-minute power play, as that's a boarding call once again. And the faceoff will come to the left-hand side of Brizgalov. So a huge kill here for Topeka. And Avery Smith settling into his usual spot over there. Faceoff one back. And now Baton Rouge will try to set it up. Pass across. Kuznetsov has it. Dumps down low, trying to set it up. Cox has it towards the front, taken away by Brizgalov. And that puck was whistled dead quickly. Still loose along the side of the net. However, Scarecrows catch an early whistle there. So 9 seconds into the power play. 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go into the period. Topeka trying to find a way to keep their penalty kill hot here. As now again, Chirac set to take the draw against TJ Sneath. Chirac wins it back. And now Zydeco trying to work this one through. Played ahead. Played down deeper into the zone. Played back up. Hackett Patala taking that one down low again. Played towards the net. Deflected off shot. Turned away, and that's in the back of the net. They say goal immediately as Cox celebrates and gets the fans here in Baton Rouge on their feet. Avery Smith with some words as he leaves the penalty box. So, 1-1 game. 2:57 to go here in period number one. Smith immediately having a chat with head coach Robbie Nichols. So, 2:57 left to go. here in period number 1, a 1-all tie. And the Scarecrows right back to even. Scott Koash gets set. He'll tie up with Hunter Alden. Alden wins the draw, and again, the Zydeco come out with possession. It's Katola. Katola over the red line. Dumping that one around the boards with speed. Gagnon there for it. Backhands it, trying to move it ahead. It's picked off, and the Scarecrows come back out the other way. Fed ahead for Inlow. Inlow into the offensive zone. Cutting through, looking, shooting over the top of the net. Bounces a weird carom that time. It's sent back below the goal line. And now Ford is there. Ford flipped ahead. That one's going to have the distance, as that will be no icing, apparently. Not sure why. Neither are the Scarecrows. Back out comes Hugo Koch. Koch forehands that one ahead. Inlow dumps it in the zone. Koch chasing back after it. Katola's there. Fends it around for that puck bouncing right to the center of the zone. Shot turned away, and Coffey will cover it up. Everybody swatting at it. Inlow still unhappy about the no icing call, and the referee right over to talk to Inlow about it. Sending him to the bench. And here comes TJ Sneath, and still the referee making hand motions, not having any of it. They're still not sure why there was no icing call. Whalen being sent to the bench. Robbie Nichols asking for an official to come to the bench as well. The referees both having discussions now as they continue to look here. We'll see both referees now getting involved in the discussion. Whalen and Larwood both being sent back to their bench. So, Sneath, Wilson, and Gallagher out here. The other side, it's Whalen and Papa Petros on the defensive side. So, 1-1. They get set one more time. Puck is dropped. Wilson tries to send it back for Whalen. Dumped around. Trying to get it out was Baton Rouge, and they do successfully do that. Dumped back deep into the Topeka zone. Gordon Whalen there for it. Center around the boards. Trying to get it up for Gallagher, who tips it and does get it back to center ice. Back in the Baton Rouge zone. Taken there. Matcham has it. Sends it up the boards. Tipped ahead. This one going all the way. Arm is up, and that will be an icing call. Scarecrows looking at the linesman to make sure. So, that'll be brought all the way back down. 1:48 left to go here, period number 1. 1-1 game, Zydeco and Scarecrows. So they get set. As, not sure what's going on there. As they're pointing towards the face-off circle. I'm not sure what's happening here. The officials continue to talk as the Zydeco now looking at the official as well. Somebody's pointing towards the penalty box, and I'm still confused at what this is about. All right, so the Zydeco going to the box. Looks like it's a power play for the Scarecrows, another Ace Electric power play. So this is going to be interesting. Face-off coming here. Scarecrows get the power play. 5-on-4 power play as Cameron Clark getting set to take the draw. Clark waits. Puck is won back by Clark. Koash gets it over to Whalen. Whalen back down to Scott Koash. Passes across using the whole blue line. Gagnon shot deflected and goes just wide. Koash able to chop it down along the hash marks. Passed across, shot deflected, goal! Cameron Clark's first as a Scarecrow makes it 2-1. As now, once again, the Scarecrows back ahead with 94 seconds left to go in period number 1. 2 for 3 on the power play. Excellent work that time by Topeka. So that'll bring the faceoff back to center ice. Some smooth passing that time by the Scarecrows. As one more time, more discussion over here at the penalty box. So, face-off coming here. Right back to center. Sneath, Gallagher, and Wilson going to stay out there. 2-1 Scarecrows here as we head towards the tail end of the first. A minute 34. You can't say it hasn't been an exciting first period. Sneath and Chirac tied up. Sneath able to win that one back. Connor Lynn picks it up. Looking across, passes across, and Blaisdell trying to hustle this one quickly. Sneath moves it up the sidewall. Gallagher gets tied up, sends it back to Blaisdell. Blaisdell on the backhand, finds Connor Lind. Lind takes it down, back deep into his territory, as now Lind trying to get free. Does so, moves it along for Blaisdell. Trying to push it along. Blaisdell gets tied up, off a skate, bouncing around, and again, the Zydeco all over things, deep in the zone. It's Kuznetsov turning it around, looking, passed across, shot, and taken away that time. Excellent work by the Scarecrows defensively. Fed ahead. Trying to work towards the offensive zone. They get it in the offensive zone, but some trouble there for Elijah Wilson. Coming free, and a delayed penalty coming here. This is going to come against Topeka. So Wilson, I believe, is going to get a high sticking call here once the Scarecrows touch the puck. Scott Schrock into the zone. Takes it, turns it back. Looking. Poke checked away. Blaisdell will touch, and he hammers that one down. So Blaisdell heads for the bench, and Blaisdell gets run into at center ice. And now again, he's going towards his own bench. So, penalty will go against Elijah Wilson, the former Zydeco. As we head to the next Tech penalty kill, 41.3 seconds to go. Going to be a very important 41.3 seconds, finding a way to kill this one off. The Scarecrows will be fine with some carryover time if they can manage to get their way through this first period with the lead. Puck is dropped, one back, Zydeco with possession. Work back to the point. Looking to get it set up. It's moved down below the goal line. Right back to the slot, a shot, and turned away. Brizgalov plays the right angle on that one, fed ahead. And again, Alexandrian able to come out with the puck as he moves it around into the slot. Drop back down. Koash off the boards and to the blue line and out. Katola will pick it up there. He's harassed quickly there by Hugo Koch. Katola and Koch still digging for it. Alexandrian comes away with it. Last 12 of the first period. Moved ahead. Chipped ahead. It's Bartlett with it now. Ross Bartlett sends across and couldn't control. Shot towards the net. Kicked away that time by Brizgalov as Hugo Koch reverse shoulder. And that'll do it for period number 1. So the Scarecrows will go to the locker room with a lead. They'll be happy about that as some pushing and shoving here at the end of the period. Tyler Larwood has some things to say as Wilson heading over for his bench. And the Scarecrows keeping things separate. The Zydeco a little bit revved up here. They're trying to be hustled off by their coach. We'll hang with this here at the end of the first period as Kuznetsov, not happy with something there, was showing the front of his jersey to the official. But with that, the Zydeco head off the ice. After a period of play, it's been an interesting one. Scarecrows, 2 goals, both of them coming on the power play. A third goal coming, this one for the Zydeco, that one also on the power play. So 3 goals all on special teams. What will the period of the long change bring us? Who knows? We'll be back after this with more. You're watching Topeka Scarecrows Hockey here live on YouTube.
The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Port Huron Prowlers at the Stormont Vale Event Center. November 28th, Hockey Fights Cancer Night, sponsored by Heartland Bath Builders. November 29th is our day after Thanksgiving family game. And November 30th is Pucks and Paws Night. Get your tickets now.
Join the club. Club Car Wash.
Dear Toppers, my wife and I love your pizza so much, we named our son after one of your menu items. Sincerely, Baron Buffalo von Chicken Topper III. P.S. Can't not have toppers.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here.
Topeka Scarecrows, thank you to the Green Valley Smoke Shop for sponsoring Military Appreciation Night.
Thank you, Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
Quality renovations in Topeka start with Kingdom Builders. From dream kitchens to outdoor living spaces, we bring craftsmanship and class to every project. Book your free consult today. Your vision, our craft, His glory.
Whether it's your first time or you've done this before, buying or selling a home can be scary. That's why you need someone who truly cares. Let Vince Vasquez and Keller Williams One Legacy Partners be your trusted source, guiding you every step of the way to a championship caliber experience. Because at Keller Williams, we're the team that puts you first.
Keller Williams, the team that puts you first.
Call Vince Vasquez today at 785-608-8537. Hey, Scarecrows fans! Topeka Chick-fil-A restaurants are proud to partner with your Topeka Scarecrows. Add chicken to your roster and feel like a champion. Order your favorites through the Chick-fil-A app and pick them up at either our 17th and Wanamaker or our South Topeka Boulevard location to cheer on the Scarecrows to victory. Let's go, Scarecrows!
Jason's Deli, it's a family thing. We serve delicious food with quality ingredients. No MSG, trans fats, high fructose corn syrup, dyes, or artificial flavors.
Can you already wax? Yeah. Eat from the womb of light. Supernautics hot.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home.
It's really him.
It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote at amfam.com. Find space at Spring Hill Suites.
Let's go, again! Let's go, again! Let's go, again! I'm thinking about.
For rest and relaxation, go to Spa Via.
Security threats. They are scary, they are real, and they happen. Whether it's a cyber threat or a physical threat, you won't see it coming. Is your business prepared? If not, where do you start? Rest easy. The experts at Nextech are here to help. With a free security assessment, we can discover where you may have gaps and come up with a solution that will protect your business assets. Visit next-tech.com/business to learn more about security protection.
Hotel Topeka at City Center is your home away from home when in the capital city. Located just 1 mile from downtown and conveniently located right next to the Stormont Vale Event Center. Whether you're in town for a Scarecrows game or just on vacation, stay with a touch of class at Hotel Topeka at City Center.
Jason's Deli has catering you can count on. We offer a variety of options like breakfast wraps, boxed lunches, pasta feasts, and potato bars. We deliver more than just fresh food.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
Brass Rail Tavern. Come visit Topeka's oldest bar, 401 North Emmett Street, Topeka.
A recent study, funded by Toppers, found a direct correlation between ordering Toppers on game day and your team's chances of winning. Stats don't lie. Can't not have Toppers.
First period in the books down here with Thomas Murphy, a member of the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Thomas, first off, how's your transition been down here to Baton Rouge?
It's been great so far. The team's been very welcoming on the way in, and it took a bit of adjusting, but I think we're there and ready to go for this weekend.
And speaking of that, obviously you come down here to a warmer atmosphere at least, and getting in a warm welcome, as you just mentioned. How's it been gelling with the team? Obviously a trade in the middle of the season is always a little different, so with the adjustment to new teammates and new personalities, how does that kind of affect you during the course of a season?
Just trying to do the best I can to read and get all the new game plans down. Of course, it's different coming to a new team, but I think we're there.
And speaking of being there, obviously you guys are looking to start an uphill climb here after a week off, and you got an extra week there without games to kind of get yourself acclimated and that sort of thing. How much does that kind of help when you're trying to get in with the new team, to have that extra time with the guys and some more time on ice?
I think like the atmosphere in the room's been very good. Yeah, our record, it's been a rocky start for this team, but like the boys don't believe that we're a bottom team. We've just been unlucky, and like it's not negative at all. It's positive, and I think we're ready to go.
Speaking of being ready to go, this is a great building to play in, a great atmosphere. You guys obviously have a home town that's exciting and eclectic here, and obviously a couple of months coming up where you guys are going to have some trouble playing here due to some scheduling, but when you guys get a chance to play in the home barn, how much of a difference does that make?
It makes a huge difference to have the fans and support for us at the rink right there. I mean, I haven't done it yet, but I've heard it's a great atmosphere, and I'm excited to, for sure.
And as you take on your old team, is there a little extra bump for you that you want to come out here and play a little harder?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I got something to prove. Definitely a chip on my shoulder. That's just the way it goes. If you get traded and you play your old team, you got to make a statement. So.
Well, speaking of making a statement, obviously a big win would come out huge for the Zydeco as you guys look to improve on the record. As you continue to build and try to find that, what's going to be the keys for you guys to come away with a victory here over your old team?
We definitely want to pressure hard. I know that this lineup is very solid that we're playing against, and it's important to get pucks in behind them and make them play blind tonight.
Well, last question before I let you go. Obviously, you played both sides, so how much has the team kind of relied on you to be able to fill in the gaps of what the Scarecrows are going to do against you guys this weekend?
There's been a couple questions asked, but nothing too serious. They, our coaching staff do all their homework here too. So I think we've got it figured out.
All right. Well, we'll see if that's true. We'll be back here with the first intermission report. Hello and welcome in here to the KSNT first intermission report. My apologies as we get set here for some excitement. It is the first intermission right here from the Raising Cane's River Center. And of course, we've got a lot to talk about. Your Topeka Scarecrows have a 2-1 lead now. It was 1-0 for most of the period. That 1-0 lead started off on a tripping minor from Bryce French. Jacob Gagnon able to put it home off a Scott Koash pass. Later in the period, unfortunately, Avery Smith took a boarding minor, which, again, some controversy there onto who actually should have taken the boarding minor. But Jake Cox found a way to wrap around and find a way past Daniel Brzgalov to tie it up 1-1 at 17:03 of the first period. However, all was not lost as a late penalty for delay of game on Jake Cox, the same Jake Cox who tied up the game, led to a power play opportunity for the new member of the Topeka Scarecrows, Cameron Clark, fresh off 2 big Commissioner's Cup wins in Binghamton, New York with the Binghamton Black Bears. He's come out here to Topeka and he makes an impact his very first period, 18:26 into the game. He got the go-ahead goal for Topeka. It's 2-1 for the Scarecrows here in period number 1. Now, of course, lots to talk about here as we move towards the period of the long change, which has not been overly friendly to the Topeka Scarecrows moving forward. A lot to think about here coming into the second period. Again, the period of the long change, so the Scarecrows going to start on the penalty kill, which is certainly something to think about from the get-go, as obviously line changes are going to be at a premium. Still have a bunch of time left to kill, over 1 minute and 20 seconds left to kill here on the penalty kill. For the Topeka Scarecrows, the Baton Rouge Zydeco, again, coming out firing, and they are, well, you know where they are in the standings, but in all honesty, this team doing exactly what they need to do to find their way back up the standings. We'll take a quick look around the FPHL right now. Binghamton 4, Danbury 3, that one in the second period. Port Huron 3, Blue Ridge 0, that one in the second period. Indiana 3, Watertown 3, that one in the second period as well. PD 1, Twin Cities 2, that one in the second period. Biloxi 1, Columbus 2, that one in the second period. Athens 0, Monroe 0, that one in the second period. And, of course, back to the top. Danbury 3, Binghamton 4, that one in the second period. As your Topeka Scarecrows head to the second period here, live in Baton Rouge, it's 2-1 in favor of Topeka. What's next? So much. The sides are going to switch. The Scarecrows in those white jerseys with orange trim will skate left to right across your YouTube screen. Well, the Baton Rouge Zydeco and their home blues will skate right to left. This matchup of goaltenders has certainly been interesting. Edward Coffey giving up 2 there in the first period. Daniel Brzgalov giving up 1. We'll have to see who comes out on top in period 2. We'll be back after this.
The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Port Huron Prowlers at the Stormontville Event Center. November 28th, Hockey Fights Cancer Night, sponsored by Heartland Bath Builders. November 29th is our day after Thanksgiving family game. And November 30th is Pucks and Paws Night. Get your tickets now.
Club Car Wash.
Dear Toppers, my wife and I love your pizza so much, we named our son after one of your menu items. Sincerely, Baron Buffalo von Chicken Topper III. P.S. Can't not have toppers.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here.
Topeka Scarecrows, thank you to the Green Valley Smoke Shop for sponsoring Military Appreciation Night.
Thank you, Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
All right, with that, we are back as we get set for Period 2, the period of the long change. Again, the Baton Rouge Zydeco will be starting on the power play, so it'll be another Next Tech penalty kill for all your cybersecurity needs. Call Next Tech. As now, TJ Sneath out here to try to put a stop on Shirak Kuznetsov and Jake Cox. Cox, of course, the goal scorer for the Zydeco so far. And a minute 18 left to go of power play time. TJ Sneath trying to win a draw as Connor Lind, the defenseman on the backside, Dougie Blaisdell off to the right-hand side there. As Blaisdell able to sweep that one ahead, it's still around center ice. Shirak dumps that off, and now they'll set back into their own zone. Baton Rouge trying to take possession. A minute 10 left to go here in the power play. Period 2 just underway here again. The period of the long change, hustling it ahead into the offensive zone, cutting through. Quick pass across to Shirak. Shirak works it, poke checked away. Excellent work that time by TJ Sneath. A great poke check. As now again, puck fed along. Shirak dumps that one back off, and they take a look. A little trouble here as that's pushed back. And again, Cameron Clark going right to work. Clark, his first game here as a Topeka Scarecrow. Fed through the middle, broken up, and swatted all the way down. They'll make changes here quickly. 35 seconds to go here in the man advantage. Set up on a tee that time by Ed Coffey. Coffey again spent most of last year just 2 hours down the road in Mississippi with the Seawolves. Fed ahead. Moving this puck up quickly, trying to move it along. Hekapitala has that one taken away from him. That one's dumped all the way down, and Coffey will have to play back again. Last 15 seconds of the man advantage. Dump back off. Trying to turn this puck around. A little trouble that time, as again, Topeka continues to push on the attack despite being down a man. 5 seconds to go on the man advantage. Hustled through. Alex Onion sends it across, utilizing the whole zone. Bartlett sending it wide. Shot towards the front, deflected, loose in front. Still trying to bury it. Picked off, and the Scarecrows dump it out. Breakaway in, looking, digging, shooting, and can't get it to go in, though, was right there. Sent back across. That'll come back to the neutral zone. Scarecrows have to get onside. So we're a minute 40 into this period, and a beautiful opportunity, a whistle. Not sure what happened there, but a faceoff will come all the way back into the Topeka zone as the officials coming together to discuss something. Robbie Nichols looking for an explanation. Not 100% clear on why the faceoff's coming all the way back into his zone. So a minute 40 into this second period. Tyler in, though, a beautiful chance. As now we get set again. Faceoff to the right-hand side of Brizgalov. Puck is dropped, one back, thrown towards the net, and goes just wide. Koch is there. Fires at it, trying to get there in low. Tried to lift a stick and could not. Koch gets there, puts it through, but it kept moving forward by Baton Rouge. Gordon Whalen puts his man into the boards. Whalen still posting his man there. As again, the Zydeco digging. A delayed penalty coming here as that's touched. And Whalen going to go to the box for the hold. Whalen shaking his head. He doesn't like that one whatsoever. Right back to the Next Tech penalty kill. As they get excitable with on here in the arena, but always a fun time. If you haven't been to a game yet this year, if you're a Zydeco fan, make sure you get down here. If you dare brave the trip from Topeka, still got a bunch of opportunities to come down here, as the Scarecrows will be here 2 times in the next 4 weeks. So, face off to the right-hand side of Brizgalov. Sneath swats at it, but they blow that play dead immediately. So another puck drop here. 17:59 left to go. It sounds like they announced a tripping penalty. As once again, they wait. Sneath waiting. That puck won to the sidewall. Taken away from Bartlett. Moved back to the point. But Baton Rouge with possession. Turning around. Katola trying to force that puck down. He gets it down below the goal line now. Back to Katola. Looking back to the point. Bartlett. Big windup off a knee pad. And Sneath able to get out to center ice. Trying to force this puck back ahead. TJ Sneath chasing. Bounced off him and right onto Katola's stick. Elijah Wilson looking. Forcing it wide. But Katola able to move into the zone. Katola has help out in front of the net. Has some more pushing and shoving. Moved off the wall. Turned around. Fed back towards the blue line, but not able to clear. Kept in the zone again. Back down low. Taken away, and Sneath will come up with it. He flips it ahead and gets it 200 feet. So, 40 seconds gone in the penalty kill. 17-17 left to go here, period number 2. 2-1 Scarecrows. Fed ahead. Bounced off of Lind right in the face now. Connor Lind trying to get... It looks like he's okay, luckily. Sent ahead, and now Lind will head for the bench. Thrown right in on Coffey, and he turns that to the side. Ross Bartlett is there, sends it around the boards. Looking for help. Cox takes it down low. Cox and Bartlett swapping sides now. Cox will dump off. Back behind. 50 seconds remaining here on the power play. Trying to force it ahead. Cox forces wide. Baton Rouge towards the front of the net. Poke checked away, and Cox gets it right back. Cox has that one stolen from him. Flip back out to center ice, and Mitchum will take it. Passes across. The Zydeco back to Mitchum. Mitchum looking up ice. Trying to find a lane. He sends it through the center. Has now again into the zone it comes. Chirac. Weird little pass there to nobody, but the Zydeco able to keep pushing that puck down. Has that one taken away from Cox. Moved up the sidewall. Kuznetsov comes away with it off a skate. Taken away right back towards the slot. Chirac passes across. Shot there. Turned away. Big stop by Brizgalov. 14 seconds left to go on the kill. 16-13 to go here in period 2. So a couple of conversations here as over the board, Sneath and Wilson, Norwinski and Gagnon. Standing in the box already is Gordon Whalen. 16 minutes, 13 seconds as the Scarecrows trying to kill this off. Now again, there's apparently an issue on the wall. Gagnon over to pick it up, whatever it is. If it's not sure if it's a mouth guard or what, but something being brought back to the Scarecrow bench. Again, interesting to see the Scarecrow bench tonight. I know you guys can't see it from home, but it's Robbie Nichols and, of course, his player assistant coach as Justin Schmidt taking a spot behind the bench here tonight. Face-off dropped. One back. Kuznetsov sends it back to the point. Trying to set it up. It's passed across. Matcham has it. Matcham looking. Finds his man. Passed across the Oleg. Shot. Deflected off a skate. Right back. And again, it's picked off. A little bit of trouble that time. It's dumped all the way down, and Coffey will have to play. Whalen is free from the sin bin as Kuznetsov lost his footing down deep in the zone. Back to 5-on-5 play. Fed ahead. Off of Cox's stick and off of the referee. Sent back down low. Norwinski swipes it up the boards, but right onto his Zydeco stick. Trying to play this off. Puck is bouncing around. Moved ahead. Back to the blue line. And again, the Zydeco keep that puck down deep. Cox is there. Cox digging. That's on the back of the net, and they'll blow that play dead. 15:34 to go here. Period number 2 as we get set yet again. More fun here as the faceoff going to come to the left-hand side of the netminder. So we'll get set yet again. Brizgalov going to take a long look as the Zydeco trying to force themselves back to tied here. Scarecrows standing pat. Have to find some offense now that they've got it back to 5-on-5. Turned around, back to get it. Whalen moved it ahead. Avery Smith couldn't clear the zone. Back down deep in the zone. Poke checked away, and Clark will come up with the puck. Clark off the boards. Trying to move it ahead. Couldn't get it through Alexanian. Alexanian pinned to the boards. Pin there again. Trying to move it up the boards, and now they do. Avery Smith Toe dragged that one but couldn't control it. Fed off the board. Smith again back into the offensive zone. Smith throws it towards the net, and that's in the back of the net. Avery Smith makes it 3-1 off a weird play. Ed Coffey, a little bobble that time. And the puck ends up behind him. 15:08 left to go here, period number 2. 3-1 Scarecrows.
Did that cross all the way?
As 15:08 remaining. 3-1 Topeka. As kind of a weird carom, but Coffey couldn't rein it in, so it ended up behind him. That puck dumped back off. Papa Petros passes it across. Avery Smith nabs a goal there as that's moved back ahead. Quickly back in the offensive zone, passed across. Tyler Inlow, backhand shot, and that's turned away by Coffey. Avery Smith scoring his 3rd of the season. And that'll take us to our first media timeout. We'll step aside here. It's 3-1 Topeka. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here.
Topeka Scarecrows, thank you to the Green Valley Smoke Shop for sponsoring Military Appreciation Night.
Thank you, Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
All right, with that, we are back. Face-off going to come back down into the offensive zone. Not sure what they're doing over here. I guess there's an issue with something near the net. So we might be paused just a little longer here, folks, as the face-off again going to come right back down into the Topeka offensive zone. We'll step aside and be right back after this.
Whether it's your first time or you've done this before, buying or selling a home can be scary. That's why you need someone who truly cares. Let Vince Vasquez and Keller Williams One Legacy Partners be your trusted source, guiding you every step of the way to a championship caliber experience. Because at Keller Williams, we're the team that puts you first.
Keller Williams, the team that puts you first.
Call Vince Vasquez today at 785-608-8537.
All right. Well, with that, we are back there. Just about done fixing up the ice issue, I believe. It was right there in the middle of the Scarecrow's zone. I'm not sure if it was maybe blood or what the issue was, but Scarecrow's coming out of this first media timeout. Looks like it's going to be Scotty Koash alongside Hugo Koch and Tyler Inlow. Papa Petros on the backside over there having a conversation as he and Scotty Koash all smiles down there. Love to see that as those teammates getting along. And the Scarecrows looks at, oh no, there was something. Okay, so this must have been some sort of bodily fluid. I'm assuming blood over there towards the Scarecrow bench. So, all right. That means it's time as they get the ends of that cleaned up. And the faceoff going to come to the right-hand side of Ed Coffey. So, they'll get set here to drop this puck. It looks like they got it set, and then they had a little bit more here to do. So, we'll see as Robbie Nichols checking to make sure the work is done well. I can certainly attest to his overwatching ability. Folks, don't forget your Scarecrows right back at home next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Don't miss a minute of the post-Thanksgiving action as Topeka returns to the ice at home. A 3-game set with the Port Huron Prowlers. Huge chance to make up some ground there in the standings. And, of course, a huge opportunity as well the week after as, once again, Scarecrows will be at home for a 2-game set before coming back down here to Baton Rouge for a, 2-game set and then another 2-game set. So 4 games in 2 weeks here in Louisiana. So they set face off to the right-hand side of Ed Coffey as Scott Coash trying to win the draw. And going to be kicked out of the face-off circle there are the Zydeco. And we get set yet again. Puck is dropped. Zydeco win it cleanly. Katola comes away with it, bouncing it up the boards, able to get it to the blue line, and just cleared. And the Zydeco come up with it again. Hustling over center ice. Backhanded play deep into the zone. Turning around for it now, Gordon Whalen. Whalen takes it to the sidewall. Trying to force it ahead, but Katola able to get it below the goal line, and back down low it goes. Hugo Koch banked it up the wall, out to center ice, but nobody there for it. Zydeco will easily turn it right back around. Forced ahead. Alden able to get it deep in the zone, and now taking a look, Tyler Inlow's there, trying to move it, but it's taken away from him. Alden gets it right back. Alden digging for it. Coming out with it away from Papa Petros, working it around the backside of the net, towards the front, broken up, and Coash will send it to center ice. Katola able to knock it down, but couldn't control. Now throws it ahead, picked off there by Papa Petros, into the offensive zone, 3-on-2, drop pass back. With it, Koch trying to throw it towards the middle. It's still there in the side circle, thrown ahead, and bouncing off a couple of sticks back out to center ice. Back to play, Connor Lind. Fires it back in the zone, bouncing puck, moved around again that time as the Scarecrows making changes. Scott Chirac going to take possession for Baton Rouge. Chirac cutting through his own zone, pushes it ahead. Right there to Thomas Murphy, who has it taken away from him and moved back ahead by Topeka. Sent ahead and trying to work in the offensive zone. They finally do as TJ Sneath cuts in. He's got Gallagher with him. Drops it back for Elijah Wilson. Wilson backhanded play for Connor Lind. Lind throws it deeper, and that one's banked off and right back out. Kuznetsov couldn't play. That goes down, but right out of the net was Brizgalov trying to send it ahead as Lind takes it back. Blaisdell with it now. Blaisdell sending it ahead for Gallagher, but he couldn't play. That bounces at the blue line, deflected up and over the top of the net. Chasing back down again. Chirac trying to work it around. Sends it towards the front. Can't connect with his intended target. As now again. Puck still bouncing around off a couple of skates, and that'll be covered up by Brizgalov. 13:07 to go here, period number 2. 3-1 Scarecrows. As yet again. Faceoff comes to the right-hand side of the netminder. So they wait for the puck drop. Cameron Clark right back out here with his line. Again, these teams have both gone through some changes and trying to find their footing. Clark has scored tonight, as has his wingman Avery Smith. The only other goal coming from a defenseman, Jacob Gagnon. That puck won back by Baton Rouge. Zydeco throwing it towards the net, deflected into the corner, and that'll be rolled back down low. Played around by Norwinski, picked off that time by Bartlett. Bartlett sent to the sidewall, and now again, both teams digging, but the referee has it in his skates. That'll be flipped back towards center ice. Turning to chase, and back to get it once again. Siolik sending it around. Sent ahead, Bartlett couldn't play, kept in the zone. Avery Smith passes across, couldn't quite find Hunter Hall. Hall, the former Zydeco, trying to get something done against his former team. His line mates both have, as this is moved back out. 3-on-2 if the Zydeco hurry. Into the zone they come. Alexandrian sends it back down deep. Larwood is there. Taken away. Larwood comes away with it. Out towards the middle. Shot taken away. Huge save by Brizgalov. 12:22 to go here in period 2. It's 3-1 Topeka. So faceoff will stay deep in the Topeka end. As a long look. Brizgalov still working on a heck of a night here. He has faced 20 shots on goal. We are not even halfway through this game. As they get set one more time. Coash able to win that one back. Gordon Whalen is there. Whalen around the boards. Fires up the sidewall. Trying to hustle this out. It's Hugo Koch. Koch sends ahead. Leading his man a little too much. It bounces. And Scott Coash going to take that puck back. That's going to be an icing call. Koch was just a little bit too far ahead of his man. 12:12 to go. 3-1 Topeka. As they get set for a puck drop off to the right-hand side of Brizgalov again. So Alden waits. Coash looking. Puck is dropped. Kicked back by Coash and one ahead. Gordon Whalen able to get it to center ice. Played off by Tyler Inlow. He dumps that one all the way around. Coffey, some trouble that time. As that puck will be moved up the boards. Gordon Whalen stepping into the zone. Fed down low. Cox wrapping it around. Fed up the sideboards. Papa Petros took a look and decided better of it. Moved ahead. Alden has it. Poke checked away from him. Zydeco continuing to move that puck, however. Bouncing weirdly off the back of the net. Forced ahead now by Koash. Passed across for Hugo Koch. Koch out to center ice. But again, that puck comes out and is loose. Koch into the zone. Has Koash. Passes to him. Koash backhand won't go. Turned around. Right back to center. Papa Petros passes across. The Scarecrows set up. Get into the zone. It's Connor Lind. Lind cutting through. Has help. Drops it back. Finds his man. Elijah Wilson throws it towards the net. Turned away. That puck will be lifted up and sent out of the zone. This one not going to have the distance as Blaisdell gets back to play. Blaisdell sends ahead. Trying to turn it up ice. Fed there, Elijah Wilson. Wilson across the blue line into the zone. Has Gallagher. Drops it for him. Gallagher sends it right back for Wilson. Wilson out towards the center of the zone but couldn't control it. Sneath will come away with it. Sneath back out to center ice. As now it's dropped back. Back to play goes Connor Lind. Lind takes it below his own goal line. Lind looking. 10:50 to go here, period number 2. 3-1 Topeka. Topeka the only goal scorers here in period 2. Moved ahead. Gallagher dumps it off. Wilson back through center ice. Gallagher picks it up. Has to wait, make sure Sneath stays onside. Gallagher goes back. Fired ahead. Sneath with it again. Passed across, off a couple of bodies, and Scott Sherrock going to turn it around. Back deep in the zone. Fed back out to center ice. Trying to force it forward. Into the zone. Kuznetsov dumps it for Bartlett. Bartlett spinning around. Taken away that time. Excellent work defensively as the Scarecrows get it to settle. Gagnon around the boards. Finds his man, dumps it back up, and to center ice, as now again, the Zydeco able to dump it in the zone. They get onside. Gagnon takes time. Passes across. Norwinski has it. Back down low for Gagnon. Gagnon looking. Slows things down as the Zydeco finish a change. Hustling out the other side. Jacob Gagnon gets it through center. Into the zone it goes. Trying to get free. Cameron Clark couldn't get possession of the puck, however. Broken through. Back to the neutral zone. Kuznetsov slaps it ahead. Gagnon is there. Jacob Gagnon looking. Finds Hunter Hall. Hall takes his time, passes up. Avery Smith kicks it back deeper into his own zone, feeds it around for Norwinski. Around the boards for Gagnon. Taken away from him, however. Bounces off a stick and right back towards the blue line. Can't clear the zone. Thrown towards the net, and Brizgalov has to make a huge save. Fed around the boards, it's Hall. As once again, fed towards the middle. Gagnon comes away with it. Fires it ahead, gets it out to the neutral zone. Hall poke checking at that, can't control. Gagnon right back across. And Norwinski scoops it up, gets over the red line. Alex Norwinski into the zone, looking. Wrapped around the boards that time. As Topeka takes advantage and makes a couple of changes themselves. Bounce back to center ice. Koash able to knock it down but couldn't control. Bartlett gets it ahead. Into the zone. Larwood and Bartlett. A slash there. Not sure how that's not a penalty. And Avery Smith ready to go. Smith and Bartlett ready. And this is going to happen. The referees are in there, however. Smith wanted it. His stick was completely cut in half. And I'm not sure how that wasn't a penalty. Not going to be happy about that. As, once again, the conversations continue. So, no penalty box doors open, surprisingly here with 8:54 left to go. A 3-1 Topeka Scarecrows lead. We should be going to immediate timeout, and that looks like the signal. We'll step aside when we come back. A lot more to happen. We'll be back after this.
You know any wax? Yeah. Need something a little bit light. Citronautics hot wax.
Well, kiss cam going on here at the Zydeco game, so they're telling them to make it spicy, I guess. So I guess at the Raising Cane's River Center, that makes sense. Raising Cane's get that spicy chicken. So, again, glad to be down here in Baton Rouge. Again, once again, glad to have all of the amazing Baton Rouge Zydeco fans who are tuned in here tonight. Hope you're enjoying the game. 3-1 right now in favor of the Scarecrows, however. Faceoff going to come to the left-hand side of Daniil Brizgalov. Whalen over there to listen in on this conversation with Jake Cox. Not sure what the conversation has to do with. Again, Bartlett, a two-handed slash, broke his stick. I'm not quite sure why Baton Rouge wouldn't want to get the puck dropped as soon as humanly possible. But here we go. So, Cox and Whalen break the huddle, and we'll get an offensive zone faceoff for Baton Rouge. As now again, 3-1 in favor of Topeka. Only goal scored in this period so far was off a Scarecrow stick. Puck is won back, played around that time, and fed up for Inlow. Inlow breaking out, has it over the red line, dumps it into the zone, quickly chasing after it was Hugo Koch. Koch swats it around the board. Nobody there. Pinching in was Papa Petros, but Chirac going to get there instead. Chirac dumps that one off. As now, Cox with it. Cox run into the boards. As now again, Inlow was digging but couldn't come up with it. Fed off a Kuznetsov skate and back in deep again. Fed off the sidewall. Trying to play it around. A little bit of trouble here for Baton Rouge as they get a little bit rushed in their actions. Back out the other way, it's Bryce French. French will dump in. Scarecrows go back to play. Zydeco looking for a change. Quickly up the ice again goes Topeka. Off a skate, back in towards Brizgalov. Down to 8:08 to go here in period 2, the period of the long change. Fed through center. Turned around. Scotty Koash into the zone. Koash, a shot off the mask of Ed Coffey, and that'll be turned around. Here comes the Zydeco. Hustled out Alden. Got that one ahead, dumped back down deep. Zydeco looking for help as that puck's moved around the boards and back out to center ice. Maybe a chance at a break here, but no. As coming late was TJ Sneath. Baton Rouge able to come away with possession. Alden moving it quickly back in the offensive zone. Passed across. Shot deflected away that time by Kuznetsov. Sneath digging for it. Trying to play it off. It's moved around the boards. Back down deep again. Blaisdell comes away. Passes off. Gallagher has it. Fired across. Elijah Wilson gets it ahead. Looking for Gallagher. Gallagher comes away with it. Feeds it ahead. He was looking for Blaisdell. Couldn't come up with it. And now Wilson will just throw it down deep. Quick changes now for Topeka as Sneath played deep. The lone deep man as both Wilson and Gallagher hanging back at the blue line. Baton Rouge settling things down now with 7:05 to go here in period 2. 2-goal deficit for the Zydeco. Wilson comes away with it. He has that one pickpocketed and back the other way. Alexanian into the zone. Poke checked away. Taken down. That's going to cause a penalty as that'll be brought back to center. Interesting play here as Bartlett recircling back out. Bartlett passes off, and the Zydeco look up ice. Taking a moment. They work their way deeper into the zone. Baton Rouge still rolling. Still a delayed penalty coming against Topeka. Big windup shot turned aside that time, and that one will be touched and played. They don't blow the whistle, and everybody was wondering what the delay was. So, penalty will go against Alex Norwinski, and the Scarecrows will go back to the penalty kill. Not where you want to be if you're Topeka, obviously, but, well, it could be a lot worse. Up 2-1, or 3-1 right now, my apologies. So there's a good look at the Next Tech penalty kill. Next Tech. For all your business cybersecurity needs, call Next Tech, our good friends over there. Has now again, face off over to the left-hand side of Brizgalov. Daniil gets set. Puck is won back that time, and Brizgalov shoves it ahead out towards the neutral zone as Scott Koash took a look and decided better of it. Matcham has it. He's harassed by Hugo Koch. Matcham takes it back below his goal line, and now they'll start up ice. Passed across, weird deflection. Koash hustling after it. Scott Koash into the zone, trying to force it through. Dump back down deep, and now Koch will chase after. Koch forcing that puck back deeper into the Zydeco end. Already 30 seconds killed as the Zydeco trying to get some offensive zone possession. Worked through, shot, saved by Brizgalov. Out to get it goes Koash. He sends it out to center ice. Now trying to get free. Hustled after, and into the zone comes Topeka. Trying to move the backhand, could not. Cameron Clark using his speed. Working it back towards the front and again could not control. Clark trying to get free as now the Zydeco hustle back the other way. Minute 8 seconds to go on the power play. Scott Chirac taken towards the boards. Fed off, broken up Zydeco 3-on-2 down low, poke checked again, and that's taken away by Connor Lind. Lind trying to force it ahead, as now that's moved out, picked up, and here comes Cameron Clark again. Clark cutting through towards the front, and that one bounced on him. Clark, again, back towards the blue line, pass down deep, and just over the stick of Sneath. Quick change here, 40 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Ross Bartlett slowing things way down, throws it up, and again, trying to force this puck ahead. Moved in, Alexanian with it. Pushed off by Blaisdell. And big hit there in front. That puck taken away. That puck bounces and will get out to center ice. Koash was tripped up a little bit there. Katola will get an easy break back. 20 seconds to go in the kill. Katola has it. Next whistle will be another media timeout. As now again, a long look. Katola breaking out towards center. Bartlett comes away with it. Bartlett into the zone onside. Poke checked away again. Trying to force that back. Wrapped around the boards and all the way around. Last 2-1, and that'll do it. The penalty kill again successful. Passed across. Katola with it. Passed across. Broken up. Koash comes away. Dumped out towards center. Working itself right towards Ed Coffey, who steps up to play it. Topeka trying to make changes and get back to 5-on-5 hockey. Larwood trying to break out of his own zone. Passed across. Moved ahead into the offensive zone. It's Alden. Passed across right to the front. Blocked and turned away. Right back out towards the middle. It's poke checked out towards center ice and hustled after Gordon Whalen trying to get free, and he does. Whalen ahead into the offensive zone. Has Smith right back to Whalen, and too many passes. Whalen tied up. He's going to draw a penalty now. As up. Taken away, and Baton Rouge will touch. So a delayed penalty, elbowing the call, and the Scarecrows will go to the power play here in just a moment. We'll step aside for a media timeout, but when we come back, it's an Ace Electric power play. We'll be back right here on YouTube.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
With that, we are back. And again, 3-1 in favor of the Topeka Scarecrows. They got an offensive zone draw. They have a power play opportunity. And the Scarecrows going to be trying to find a way to make it 4-1 here before the end of this second period of play. Period of the long change is always a interesting one, to say the least. But so far here, the only goal scored did come off the stick of a Topeka Scarecrow. We'll see if they're able to add another one here. As taking a seat, it was Stephen Ford. Again, he has been a bit of a, well, moving force here in the FPHL over the last few years. As with 3:46 to go. Topeka trying to increase their lead, being outshot right now 25-17. So we'll see if the Scarecrows can find their way to putting another puck in the back of the net. It's Cameron Clark, Avery Smith, and Scott Koash to start things off. On the backside, Whalen and Gagnon, as that puck went back. And Koash is tied up, still in his skates. He gets it back to center ice. That'll be picked off by Cox and sent back deep. Gagnon chasing back, takes it below his goal line. He'll settle things down as now Cox not sitting back. Not sure what the Zydeco's approach is going to be here, trailing late in this game. Koash sending it ahead into the offensive zone. Poke checked off, and now that'll come back to Gagnon. Gagnon turns it back. Looking around. Back behind. Gagnon taking his time. Already 33 seconds gone here as it's hustled ahead. Moved into the zone. Avery Smith comes away with it. Has it shot. Taken away. Ed Coffey comes up with a big stop. A similar shot to that ended up back behind Ed Coffey earlier. So never a bad idea to put pucks on net. So face-off coming here to the right-hand side of Coffey again. Wilson, Gallagher, and Sneath. Papa Petros and Hugo Koch. Sneath ties up his man, move back. Gallagher tried to poke check at it, could not. Alden gets it out of the zone, and back again goes Koch. Hugo Koch with it. Taking it below his own goal line. He looks up ice and will start out. trying to get around Alden, and he does, into the offensive zone. Koch hustling towards the back of the net, turns it around, feeds it around the backside of the net, and Coffey will cover up. Again, Ed Coffey taking no chances that time. Down to just 58 seconds to go here in the power play as Sneath getting set. TJ Sneath taking his time. 2:44 left to go here. Period number 2. Puck is dropped, trying to force it back. They come away with it, passed across. Elijah Wilson has that stumble him a little bit. Wilson has it, looking, passes across. Working it towards the front, Sneath with it, he turns. Sneath will swap spots with Wilson. Wilson down the sideboards. Has it at the hash mark. Send it back to Papa Petros. Back down low for Elijah Wilson. Wilson slides off, moving it forward. Picked off. That one flipped up in the air and gets down deeper in the zone. Catolo banks it around the boards. Trying to get there. Elijah Wilson keeping an eye on it. Sliding attempt to move that puck and could not. A delayed penalty. Wilson's going to take the minor as now again. Puck worked off the side, right towards the front. That's cut off, and Gallagher will stop. And now a fight breaking out at the blue line as Papa Petros took offense to the Zydeco player, throwing it back on his net, as now trying to take care of an injured player. Looking for the medical team here. Slowly heading out there, trying to get Ciolik over to the bench. There was 28 seconds left to go in the power play, so that'll make it even for the next 28 seconds as Wilson goes down to the box. Again, the pushing and shoving after the fact. We'll see. It's going to be 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 28 seconds regardless. Actually, excuse me. They've got 2 penalties up on the board, and I can't see the penalty box from here. So this might be 4-on-3 hockey. Waiting to see what the official calls are here. Wilson's 2 minutes are for the trip. Papa Petros getting 2 minutes. That's interesting. So, waiting for the... It is going to be a 4-on-3 power play, so we go to the penalty kill. Brought to you by our friends at Nextech. And this is a huge opportunity for Baton Rouge with 2:06 left to go. Scarecrows got to win a draw. And they got to dump that puck all the way down and try to kill these 20 seconds. And then it's a 5-on-3. So this is going to be a long 2 minutes, folks. A full 2-minute 5-on-3 here in the next few seconds. As now again, walking along. Fed back, it's Cox. Cox walking the blue line, throws it towards the net, broken up. Brzgalov trying to come up with it, but the puck bounces away. Worked out here. Shot in the back of the net by Bartlett. The Scarecrow's not going to be happy about that. And we'll see who they let out of the box here. Bartlett gets it, and it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey here with a 3-2 score. Waiting to see who they let out. So we'll wait to see here, because somebody's still got a minute 44 to serve. And Cox is over to have a discussion. Whalen comes over as well. Somebody is released. It looks like it's going to be Elijah Wilson. So Wilson, who had the first penalty, will be let go from the penalty box. As Wilson heads out, it's still 4-on-4 hockey now for the next 4 seconds. And then it's going to turn into a 1-minute 40 power play for Baton Rouge. Again, now it's back to a 1-goal game. As Topeka loses that draw, the Zydeco able to take possession. It's Catola with it now. Catola has it. Trying to move that puck along. They've got the penalty kill up there again, but it's wrong. They've got to get that fixed here. As now, once again, a delayed penalty against Topeka. Passed across, looking, and they'll turn that over, and that'll be sent all the way down as Bartlett drew himself a penalty there. So, again, it's going to be Hugo Koch going for a high stick. Koch is not happy about that. And it's another 5-on-3 for the Zydeco. So, once again, the next tech penalty kill. Zydeco Zydeco a chance to get this game tied, as Robbie Nichols had some words there for the officials as well. They also had that penalty time wrong. They need to fix that from the get-go. So we'll see what they can do about that, as Robbie made that very clear to the officials, and Gordon Whalen, I believe, was doing the same thing. But 5-on-3 hockey now is going to come deep into the Topeka end. We'll see exactly how long that 5-on-3 will be once they fix the clock, which they're still working on. Now there's nothing on the board, so we'll wait to see. It looks like, well, it's going to be carryover penalty time if the Scarecrows are able to keep this puck out of their net for the next minute 36, but how much we don't know. This is never an easy task. A 5-on-3 is one of the hardest penalty kills to suss out, as the Scarecrows just saw. They had a 3-1 lead. Now with a minute 36 to go, 96 seconds of the second period, which has been a tough period for the Scarecrows all season long. So now they've got, okay, so now it's a minute 26 left to go in the Papa Petros penalty. And they're going to get the 2-minute power play up there as well. Here we go. All right, minute 36 to go. And a huge kill for the Scarecrows. Koash able to push it back. Gagnon trying to cut it off. Koash comes up with it, and he will send it 200 feet right down in on Ed Coffey, who makes the stop. And he will set it up for Ross Bartlett. Bartlett, who drew the penalty, the high sticking penalty that put Hugo Koch in the sin bin. Bartlett, who also scored the goal to bring the Zydeco within one, passes that off. Moving it down low now. Back to Bartlett at the point. Bartlett passing across to Alexanian with it. Back to the point again. Katola across. Poke check by Koash. And again, battling that puck. It's fed and goes just about 150 feet, as now that'll be turned back around. Katola dumps off for Bartlett. Last minute of the second period. Bartlett down low, passing through the middle, and now Alexanian has it back. Alexanian back down low. Trying to play this off. Right back to Alexanian, top of the circle. Passed across for Bartlett. Bartlett in, down low, shot, and that's broken up. Excellent play again by the Scarecrows on the 5-on-3. Fed along the boards. Baton Rouge still with it. Katola pinching in. Katola looking. Moves it down low. Pass through, and that's broken up. Quick play there as Gordon Whalen gets it out, and we'll try to make a change here. Two players making changes as Katola turns it back around. Trying to feed this one out. It's broken into the zone. Bartlett trying to get there, and that's turned around and sent 200 feet. 18 seconds to go here in period two. As again, Scarecrows. 3, 2, 1, and it's a 5-on-4 power play now. Katola hustling into the zone, rushing around the backside of the net, looking for help. Back shot goes just wide. Bartlett will get there. He's taken off the puck, and that'll do it for the second period of play. Topeka holds on to their 3-2 lead. And now more pushing and shoving as they have words. And again, Gagnon takes a little bit of a push there, but that'll do it. Period two will come to an end with the Scarecrows hanging on to their 3-2 lead. Still 23 seconds of kill time as they head to the third period. But again, the Zydeco, a huge opportunity on the 5-on-3, and Topeka able to weather the storm. So you continue to be happy with the efforts from the penalty kill unit. The PK for the Scarecrows, again, came into tonight 80.6%. They have done a lot of killing, and they have given up one in the first, one in the second. A 5-on-3, always a tough one, but Daniel Brizgalov has withstood for quite a bit of this. We'll see if he can continue doing that as we move forward. Again, after 2 periods of play, Topeka 3, Baton Rouge 2. We'll be back after this.
The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Port Huron Prowlers at the Stormont Vale Event Center. November 28th, Hockey Fights Cancer Night, sponsored by Heartland Bath Builders. November 29th is our day after Thanksgiving family game. And November 30th is Pucks and Paws Night. Get your tickets now.
Club Car Wash.
Dear Toppers, my wife and I love your pizza so much, we named our son after one of your menu items. Sincerely, Baron Buffalo von Chicken Topper III. P.S. Can't not have toppers.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here.
Topeka Scarecrows, thank you to the Green Valley Smoke Shop for sponsoring Military Appreciation Night.
Thank you, Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
Quality renovations in Topeka start with Kingdom Builders. From dream kitchens to outdoor living spaces, we bring craftsmanship and class to every project. Book your free consult today. Your vision, our craft, His glory.
Whether it's your first time or you've done this before, buying or selling a home can be scary. That's why you need someone who truly cares. Let Vince Vasquez and Keller Williams One Legacy Partners be your trusted source, guiding you every step of the way to a championship caliber experience. Because at Keller Williams, we're the team that puts you first.
Keller Williams, the team that puts you first.
Call Vince Vasquez today at 785-608-8537. Hey, Scarecrows fans! Topeka Chick-fil-A restaurants are proud to partner with your Topeka Scarecrows. Add chicken to your roster and feel like a champion. Order your favorites through the Chick-fil-A app and pick them up at either our 17th and Wanamaker or our South Topeka Boulevard location to cheer on the Scarecrows to victory. Let's go, Scarecrows!
Jason's Deli, it's a family thing. We serve delicious food with quality ingredients. No MSG, trans fats, high fructose corn syrup, dyes, or artificial flavors.
Any wax? Yeah. Need something a little bit light. Citronautics hot wax.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home.
It's really him.
It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Find space at Spring Hill Suites.
tossing about.
For rest and relaxation, go to Spa Via.
Security threats. They are scary, they are real, and they happen. Whether it's a cyber threat or a physical threat, you won't see it coming. Is your business prepared? If not, where do you start? Rest easy. The experts at Nextech are here to help. With a free security assessment, we can discover where you may have gaps and come up with a solution that will protect your business assets. Visit next-tech.com/business to learn more about security protection.
Hotel Topeka at City Center is your home away from home when in the capital city. Located just 1 mile from downtown and conveniently located right next to the Stormont Vale Event Center. Whether you're in town for a Scarecrows game or just on vacation, stay with a touch of class at Hotel Topeka at City Center.
Jason's Deli has catering you can count on. We offer a variety of options like breakfast wraps, boxed lunches, pasta feasts, and potato bars. We deliver more than just fresh food.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
Brass Rail Tavern. Come visit Topeka's oldest bar, 401 North Emmett Street, Topeka.
A recent study, funded by Toppers, found a direct correlation between ordering Toppers on game day and your team's chances of winning. Stats don't lie. Can't not have Toppers.
Second period in the books down here with one of the newest Scarecrows, Hunter Hall. Hunter, first off, how are you finding Topeka?
It's been great. A lot of Chick-fil-A and getting acclimated with the boys, so it's been a good time.
Speaking of which, obviously a trade any time of the year is always difficult, but right here in the middle, the beginning of the season, how do you adapt to the changing of styles and the changing of teammates? How does that kind of impact you as a player?
Well, I've been a bit of a suitcase, so it's not new to me. Kind of getting acclimated with new group, a new coach, new systems and everything. So I guess you could say I'm used to it, and a little bit easier this time than the first time it was.
Well, speaking of that, obviously you come down here to the place you just came from, so a little bit of a awkward situation, but I know it's always a little bit of a chip on the shoulder for any guy when they're playing their former team. How did it feel seeing that Baton Rouge game right on the schedule right away?
I guess you have mixed emotions first, but, you get over that, and I'm excited to go tonight. Yeah, they're good guys, but, wearing a different jersey, so I got to be professional and show it on the ice.
And speaking of wearing a different jersey, your guys have had 2 weeks off now to kind of relax and get themselves back to, I guess, preseason form, if you will. Now as you guys take the ice for the first time here tonight in 2 long weeks, what's going to take to beat your old team?
It's going to take the second effort for sure. This is not going to be an easy weekend for us. They have some good players over there, a good team. But I think we also have a good team as well. And I'm excited to get going tonight. Should be a good one.
And as you've acclimated with obviously new teammates and new line mates and everything as well, how much of that kind of factors into having that extra time off, having that extra time to get with your new guys and kind of find that sync over the course of this last about week and a couple of days now?
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing in disguise having some extra time, not just on the ice but off the ice, get to know the guys. And it's been I haven't taken it for granted, that's for sure.
And you guys obviously came down here. We didn't have ice back at home. You guys came down here earlier this week. Does it help, guys? I mean, obviously you've played here. You know what the ice, you know what the situation's like. Does it help guys to come down here and kind of get that extra day, extra 2 days on the ice and kind of feel out the boards, feel out the ice, how it changes the game?
Yeah, it's a big game changer. You're actually skating on what you're going to be playing on come weekend, so you can make adjustments as you go. And also getting acclimated to the area. It's a little bit hotter in Louisiana than it is in Kansas, so there's small things like that, but I think we've done a pretty good job.
Well, last question before I let you go. I don't want to make Coach Robbie mad, but playing for a coach like Robbie, who's very systematic, who comes from the old school line of thinking and all that, how does that kind of change? I mean, obviously the Fed is full of different styles of coaches, and you mentioned being a suitcase earlier. How does Robbie compare with the guys that you've worked with in the past?
Well, he holds guys accountable and that's up and down the lineup, so that's welcoming. Having an honest coach, means that you can have confidence when you're playing well, and you also get to know when you're not. And I like that a lot about him.
Well, there it is. Something to like here right in Topeka. We'll be back with the second intermission.
Hello and welcome into the KSNT Intermission Report, brought to you by Fox 43. I'm John Clement, once again welcoming you back into the Raising Cane's River Center. We are so excited as the Scarecrows up 3-2 after 2 periods of play. Of course, only 2 goals scored there in period number 2. And, of course, those goals starting out once again with your Topeka Scarecrows, as this time a non-power play goal. Avery Smith skating in. Odd man rush coming in. He took a pass from Cameron Clark, hustled down in, and threw one right on to the big man, Ed Coffey, and was able to sneak it by him, able to put one past the big goaltender. Late in the period, it was a 5-on-3. Elijah Wilson and Zach Papapetros in the sin bin. And then the Zydeco were able to cash in. Ross Bartlett, the Topeka Scarecrows draft pick, was traded back earlier in the offseason for Elijah Wilson. And those 2 names coming in on that goal. 5-on-3 opportunity for the Zydeco, as Bartlett able to secure himself a point here tonight and close the gap from 3-1 to 3-2. As we get set for period number 3. Luckily, the period of the long change has officially come to an end, so happy about that. But still a lot of time left to go here. 20 miles, 20 smiles, nobody rides for free. Let's take a look around the FPHL. Indiana 3, Watertown 4, that one in the 3rd period of play. PD 2, Twin Cities 3, that one in the 3rd period of play. Biloxi 2, Columbus 5, that one in the 3rd period of play. Athens 2, Monroe 0, that one in the 2nd period of play. Danbury 3, Binghamton 6, that has gone final. Port Huron 4, Blue Ridge 0, that is in the 3rd period of play. And of course, right here with the 3rd period of play coming up, your Topeka Scarecrows 3, Baton Rouge Zydeco 2. Plenty of time left to go, however, so what's next? Well, first you got to kill off the remainder of the penalty. It is a huge opportunity still for the Zydeco. 24 seconds left to go with Hugo Koch in the penalty box. But if you're able to get the puck away and spring Hugo Koch, a speedy demon, out of that penalty box, we could see some fireworks early in the 3rd period, but we'll have to see what head coach Robbie Nichols has in mind as the time will tick down. Of course, as I always say, 20 miles, 20 smiles, nobody rides for free. You have to find a way to secure yourself the bag in the 3rd period. Never easy to do. We'll see if the Scarecrows are up to the task or not, but they start the period on the penalty kill. Period number 3 is coming up, and I'm not sure why that didn't change on the graphic. My apologies. This has been your second intermission report. I'm John Clement. We'll be back with period 3, the final 20 minutes of regulation, and hopefully the final 20 minutes of the game as the Scarecrows have the lead. See if they can keep it going and find their way to a victory here tonight. Keep it tuned right here on YouTube and on Sportfeed.
The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Port Huron Prowlers at the Stormont Vale Event Center. November 28th, Hockey Fights Cancer Night, sponsored by Heartland Bath Builders. November 29th is our day after Thanksgiving family game. And November 30th is Pucks and Paws Night. Get your tickets now.
Club Car Wash.
Dear Toppers, my wife and I love your pizza so much, we named our son after one of your menu items. Sincerely, Baron Buffalo von Chicken Topper III. P.S. Can't not have toppers.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke Shop in Topeka, Kansas, official partner of the Topeka Scarecrows for Military Appreciation Night. Let's go inside. Hey, Coach Nichols.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? I come to Green Valley and get all my cigars.
Yeah, same here.
Topeka Scarecrows, thank you to the Green Valley Smoke Shop for sponsoring Military Appreciation Night.
Thank you, Green Valley Smoke Shop, your one-stop shop for the finest cigars, nicotine disposables, and glassware in Topeka, Kansas.
All right, well, there it is, stat line right up on your screen. And thank you guys for bearing with me as we try out some new graphics and some new stuff here. 3-2 after 2, shots on goal, 30-18 in favor of Baton Rouge, the power play. 2 for 4 for the Topeka Scarecrows, 500 on the night. Gotta love that. 2 for 8 for the Zydeco, a little bit too effective, if you ask me. 16 penalty minutes for the Scarecrows, 8 for the Zydeco, so we'll have to see what the third period has to bring for those lines. Right now, 23 seconds on the clock that the Scarecrows have to deal with. We'll see if they're able to do it here as the Baton Rouge Zydeco, clad in those blue, dark navy blue jerseys, will skate left to right. Your Topeka Scarecrows in the white with the orange trim will skate right to left. Period 3 underway. Zydeco win the draw and will start up ice. Elijah Wilson trying to take his man off the puck. Had some trouble. Ross Bartlett, though, couldn't control. That puck will be sent 200 feet. No, I'm apologizing. That comes out to the blue line. And a nice knockdown by Nick Catola. I thought they got that one all the way down, but did not. As now Hugo Koch about to get out. That puck sent around the boards. Kept there. Zydeco with possession. Back to 5-on-5 hockey now. Fed around the boards. Back down low. Zydeco still with possession as that's wrapped around the boards yet again. Trying to get there. Koch able to knock it out of the zone but couldn't control well enough to get it ahead. Sneath loses possession on that one as Larwood turns it around. Larwood into the offensive zone. Cuts wide towards the net. Saved by Brzgalov. And now again, fed up the boards. Unable to get it out. It's knocked back down though. Topeka will take possession. TJ Sneath. Back through the neutral zone. Catola comes up with it. Almost a minute into this third period. 3-2 for Topeka. Catola fires it ahead, deflected towards the net. Brzgalov able to cut that one off. Back below the goal line, it's Gordon Whalen. Off the boards. Moved ahead. Clark fires ahead. Bouncing off the wall. Hunter Hall lets it go. Now it's broken in the zone. Shot again. Turned away by Brzgalov. Puck comes loose. Fed up the boards. Alden has it. Moved back down low again. Alden gets it right back. Fed along. Bounced around. Hunter Hall comes up with it. Hall over the blue line, cutting through. Backhanded play all the way down it'll go. Ed Coffey out to play it. Coffey bounces it around the boards. A little trouble there as that's picked up back at center ice. Knocked to the side. Forced around. Zydeco deep in their own zone. Scott Sharrock trying to find a lane. Passes it back and again works it back deep. Zydeco trying to force this puck ahead. It's knocked down there by Hunter Hall. The former Zydeco brings that puck deep into the zone. Rolled around the backside. Hall, again, was our second intermission guest as Hall trying to force this puck along. It's fed back out, and the Zydeco trying to settle it back down. It gets out to center ice. Just missed Murphy, our first intermission guest. Bounces off the official, off of Avery Smith now, and Murphy moves that puck back along. Fired through the neutral zone, chopped away by Topeka. Papa Petros will circle back, has it, and he dumps it into the zone, rolling towards Coffey. Coffey has Murphy, but lets it go. As now that puck rolls along the board, Scott Sharrock will start out the other way. Sharrock moving it ahead into the offensive zone. Throws it towards the net, saved by Brzgalov as Murphy was right there. So 17:38 to go here, period number 3. Face-off will come to the right-hand side of Brzgalov. Quick change this time for Baton Rouge. Looks like the Scarecrows happy to stand pat where they are. No, they're going to bring the face-off to the left-hand side of Brzgalov. My apologies as they get set. Shots on goal now 34-18 here early in the third. Now they do bring it to, I was right the first time. Over to the right-hand side of Brizgalov. They get set again. 3-2 in favor of Topeka. Puck is dropped, one back towards the net, and kick save there by Brizgalov, and that one bounces right back to the blue line. Baton Rouge able to keep the zone moving. Back down low. Alexandrian has it, and pushing and shoving right there towards the front of the net as that's bounced along in low, chips it, and will get it out of the zone. But again, failing to get to control, pushing ahead, it's Koch. Koch into the zone, looking, shooting, turned away, another opportunity, and it's kept out of the net. Excellent stop, not one but two tries for Hugo Koch, and just couldn't bury it. Huge stop by the big man in net as Ed Coffey comes up with that save. 17-16 left to go here, period number 2. 3-2 for Topeka. TJ Sneath lining up everybody where he wants him, has Elijah Wilson behind him. As Sneath gets set, they'll win that one back. Wilson able to keep the zone, dumps it down deep. Alexandrian sends it up the boards. And again, poke checking by Sneath, but can't come up with the puck. Forced down low, back behind. Gallagher trying to come out of the zone with it, but having some trouble, as now that's flipped ahead by Baton Rouge. The Zydeco forcing it forward. Larwood gets it into the zone, but nobody there for it. Alexandrian will chase it down, and he gets there. Below the goal line. Down there with Larwood. Coming up with it, Blaisdell gets it away, and now Connor Lind forcing it up the far side wall. Lind out into the neutral zone. Over the red line, dumps out to puck down deep, and now Coffey will come out of his net to play. Coffey trying to move it quickly right towards the net, and a kick save by Coffey as back out the other way come the Zydeco. Gallagher hustling back as Larwood chasing it towards the front of the net. Poke checked away from him. He's run into the wall. Big hit there by Gallagher. And now again, puck is kept on the Baton Rouge stick, taken away. Another shot taken away by Brizgalov. He shoved into his own net. And they're not going to be happy about that. Bartlett celebrating. And the Scarecrows not going to be happy about that at all. As Avery grabbing hold of a man. Brizgalov still on his back. Nobody looking to him as Larwood trying to get free. Brizgalov up to his shoulder now. Shaking his blocker hand. Brizgalov did a heck of a job to make the save. As now Avery Smith will be led to the penalty box. And is he the only one getting the penalty? Smith, 2 minutes for the rough, it looks like. He's pointing at the official. And Gordon Whalen looking for an explanation. But it's going to be a penalty kill. As Avery Smith takes the seat, we go to the next Tech penalty kill. So, Robbie Nichols not happy about that on the bench. As now the faceoff will come to the left-hand side of Daniel Brizgalov. And it's 5-on-4 hockey yet again. The Scarecrows have gotten the worst of the penalty calls here tonight. They've been more effective on the power play. Fortunately, Robbie Nichols still yelling at the officials, not happy about this, as TJ Sneath gets set. Sneath waits. He and Chirac line up again. Chirac able to win that one back, and now the Zydeco set it up. Kuznetsov has it, forces the puck down low. Played deeper as the Zydeco trying to get a set. Move down to the side of the net. A shot taken away by Brizgalov. That'll be fed off the boards and out to center. Brizgalov has been touched a bit too much for anybody's liking if you're wearing a white jersey. Katola has it below his goal line now. Harassed deep that time by Sneath, but again, we'll start out with numbers back the other way. Kuznetsov cutting wide. He dumps that one in right on Brizgalov, who turns it into the corner. Papa Petro slaps it up the boards, but not clear to the zone. Passed along. Big windup. Whiffing on that one. A bit of a rough one there for Hekapitala, as yet again. Hekapitala has it again. Back down for Chirac. Chirac, a little trouble with control. Has that one taken away, and now Sneath able to get it out of the zone. 15:30 left to go here in period 3. Moving into the zone, it's Scott Chirac again. Chirac cuts back towards the blue line. Harassed quickly, and again, the Scarecrows trying to come up with a puck. Koash turned, trying to fire, and could not. Puck's back down below the goal line. Kuznetsov is there. Kuznetsov below the goal line yet again. Banked off the wall. Trying to play it was Papa Petros. He does move it up the boards, but again, some trouble. Back down low for Cox. Cox towards the front, right back to the blue line. Katola has it, looking, fires off a leg pad, bounced off, and again couldn't control. Cameron Clark chasing it back. Back into the corner. Baton Rouge colliding with Cameron Clark, and he will slap that 200 feet. Huge play there, down to the last 25 seconds of the power play for the Zydeco. Coffee back to play. As Baton Rouge trying to get a stretch play here as Koash turned off. Might have had himself a break that time as that puck's passed along. Kept into the zone and again pushed wide. The Scarecrows want an offside call and they'll get it. So that's blown dead. And with about 10 seconds to go of power play time, Topeka catches a break. Haven't caught a ton of them, but that'll take us to the first immediate timeout here of the third period. It's 3-2 Topeka. And, of course, we've still got lots of time to go, but we'll be back here in just a moment. Hang with us. All right, so with that, we are back as they're teaching about the different penalty calls here in Baton Rouge. I think we've seen most of them here tonight. As once again, Topeka, a 3-2 lead against Ed Coffey and the Zydeco. Ross Bartlett has been a terror down there, and that's pretty much what you become accustomed to. Bartlett, a heck of a player with heart and passion. And now, a huge opportunity here for the Scarecrows to try to get things going the other way. They have not had a lot of time to do so. They've got 10 seconds to kill. And if they can get that killed, keep this game exactly where it is, Avery Smith will be out of the box and we'll be back to 5-on-5. 10 seconds to kill, get the momentum going your way. Elijah Wilson snapping off as he takes a slash there, and not happy about that. Wilson drops his stick, and he's asking for a new one. As he'll pick up his shattered twig, and he's getting slashed at. And, oh, wait, this is going to be a penalty. It went right after Wilson, and it's going to be a slashing call. And Baton Rouge not happy about it. Tyler Larwood gets the 2 minutes for the slash. And that means we are just seconds away from heading back to a power play for the Scarecrows. Been a little bit since they've had one of those, so we'll see how that goes. But right now, 9 seconds from a power play opportunity. Right now, 4-on-4 hockey. Scarecrows get set. I don't know what they're pointing at here. Puck is dropped, one back. Topeka has it. Papa Petros throws it around the board. Sneath was chasing, won't get there as Ford comes up with it. Ford sends it up the boards. Back to center ice, cut off by Papa Petros. He sends that one forward into the offensive zone. Sneath trying to get his stick back. Avery Smith will head off, and now it's an Ace Electric power play, sent all the way down as Brizgalov just sticks that one aside. Down for it, Elijah Wilson. Wilson trying to hustle it ahead. He has this stick lifted, and back the other way it'll come. Turning into the zone again, Chirac swiped at, and he has that one taken away. Back behind, Topeka has it, trying to move that puck ahead. Believe the net came off its moorings, maybe, is the stoppage. But a power play opportunity nonetheless, so big shout out to our friends at Ace Electric. As Daniil Brizgalov has been touched far more than I'm sure anybody comfortable with down there in a Topeka uniform. 13:56 left to go here in period 3. 3-2. As they get set, Cameron Clark wins that puck back, and now again Topeka with possession. Taking some time. They look ahead. Gagnon has it. Fires long for Gordon Whalen. Whalen gets the red line. Into the zone. He dumps that around the boards. Clark was the lone man deep to chase it. Ford flipped it ahead, and he gets that one all the way down. Back for it goes Brizgalov. He leaves it on a tee for Whalen. A little bit of a tough edge there for Avery Smith as now he turns around. Whalen sends ahead for Cameron Clark. Cameron Clark cuts wide. Gets around Ford. Push back off of Ford, actually, as that one's banked back out to center. Scarecrows with time. Moved into the zone. Clark will fire it around the boards. Hustled ahead. Koash lets it go. Picking it up now is Avery Smith. Smith passed across, finds Gordon Whalen. Whalen pinching into the zone, throws it towards the net. Had a pinching Avery Smith, couldn't get it to him. As that puck bounces up in the air, and now again, Baton Rouge will hustle out despite being shorthanded, but they dump that puck off and will make a change. Back behind, it's Whalen. Whalen looks up ice. Quick change now for Avery Smith as that one's dropped off. Jacob Gagnon over the red line. Hustles ahead, but has that puck taken away from him, dumped in, and now Cameron Clark turning to chase. Gagnon goes for a change himself. Up the boards, back out to center. That'll be cut down. 12:40 left to go here, period number 3. Last 7 seconds of the power play. Chipped into the zone. Koash takes a hit, and they'll finish making changes. Power play comes to an end, so 2 for 5 on the night as Larwood gets out. Trying to play this puck ahead. Forced ahead. Larwood gets possession. Into the zone he comes. Dumping that one off. Towards the sidewall, picked off as Topeka moves it ahead. Was trying to get it to Gallagher, but couldn't control. Played back through. Larwood has it. Larwood fresh after sitting for 2 minutes as the Zydeco look up ice. Off a couple of skates. This one goes all the way down and should be, will be, and no, they say no icing as Blaisdell moves that puck again. Forced ahead. Trying to force this puck out. The Scarecrows lose possession as Connor Lind turns around. Puck is still floating out there towards the net. Brzgalov with a save. Inlow comes up with it and banks it to center. Gallagher chasing. Stephen Ford out there. Ford off the wall. Banked back for Katola. Katola back out to center. Larwood trying to calm it. Banks it off the wall again. Forced forward. It's Bartlett with it. Bartlett towards the net. Towards the front. A deflection goes just wide. Huge play that time defensively for the Scarecrows. Trying to fire it ahead. Could not. Cox has it taken away. And the net comes off its moorings. Pushing everybody back. So trying to make changes was Topeka. Not going to be able to do that. As Blaisdell was headed off. They're not letting anybody get off the bench. So, faceoff going to stay deep in the Topeka end. So, Gallagher hops over. And now they fix it up. All right, so back to 5-on-5 hockey. 11:25 to go. Puck drop coming here. Right to the right-hand side of Brzgalov. Huge opportunity here for Baton Rouge deep in the Topeka end. As that puck is dropped, one back. They blow it dead, and they're going to kick Topeka out of the faceoff circle. Referee didn't like that, so Koash will get kicked out of the dot. And now coming in, it's going to be Tyler Inlow set to take this one. Inlow waits as the puck is dropped. Trying to tie it up. Cox comes away with it. Thrown towards the net, and Brzgalov makes the save. 11:21 left to go, and now the Scarecrows will be able to make a change. As again, that net keeps coming off its there has to be something better to be done with that net. As a goalie has to be able to push off, as you see pretty routinely throughout this league. But 11:21 left to go. 3-2 in favor of Topeka. Cox waits. Puck dropped. Pushed back by Baton Rouge and all the way out of their zone, all the way back to their zone. Hugo Koch trying to chase it back down. Katola will get there first, but it's rolled around by Ed Coffey. Now Koash pinching in. Swats at it, but couldn't get control of it. Puck cuts along. Back in the zone it goes. It's Ford with it. Stephen Ford harassed. He falls down on his own and gets the puck right back. Trying to move that puck again. Chipped up. Bounced to center. Cut off by Norwinski and sent back into the zone, but again right back onto his Zydeco stick. 10:50 to go here, period number 3. 3-2 in favor of Topeka. Hustling back out the other way, it's Katola. Katola over the red line. Dumps that one in on the backhand, and will go off for a change. Brzgalov is there. Trying to play it off is Gagnon. Jacob Gagnon off the boards and trying to get it to center. He does, but nobody there in a white jersey. Topeka makes a couple of changes as that one's hustled back in the zone. Brzgalov out to play, knocks that puck down. Gagnon gets it back. Fed around for Norwinski. And the referee skates and back out again. Picked off. Norwinski has it. Off the boards and back to center ice. A little bit of a troubling play there as Baton Rouge hustles back 3-on-2 if they hurry. Larwood towards the front. It's broken up. And then Avery Smith comes away with it. Smith ahead. Off of Cameron Clark. No icing. So Coffey comes out to play. Rolls it around the boards. Back for it goes Smith. Shot it towards the net, but it's broken up. And the Zydeco will turn it right back around. Larwood, quick pass in onside. Barely, has back out the other way. Clark has his stick lifted, picked off, and now again, right back in the offensive zone. Hunter Hall cutting through on the backhand, turns around, lost possession, however, now it's moved up the wall. Poke checked away as the Zydeco break out. Quickly back the other way, Papa Petros turning. Papa Petros looking, stays big, and that's sent to the opposite side. Chopped away, worked out, back to the blue line. Turning, firing off a stick as Avery Smith comes up big that time. Back down below the goal line, it's Murphy, the former Scarecrow, has it, drops that pass off, right back towards the middle, and again broken up. Avery Smith will get there, banks it off the wall, and gets it back to center ice. Scarecrow's trying to make a change. Whistle is blown. I'm not sure why. So we're going to go to immediate timeout. It looks like there's a penalty coming, and it looks like it's going to be one aside, including Ross Bartlett. That's a big penalty. So, with that being said, it looks like we will head to the media timeout right now. Scarecrows leading 3-2. We'll be back after this.
The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Port Huron Prowlers at the Stormont Vale Event Center. November 28th, Hockey Fights Cancer Night, sponsored by Heartland Bath Builders. November 29th is our day after Thanksgiving family game. And November 30th is Pucks and Paws Night. Get your tickets now.
Jason's Deli has catering you can count on. We offer a variety of options like breakfast wraps, boxed lunches, pasta feasts, and potato bars. We deliver more than just fresh food.
Timmy! Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home.
It's really him.
It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote at amfam.com.
All right, so we're going to wait to see it. Looks like we might be 5-on-5, so this is just going to be 2-minute coincidental minors. Interesting. We'll have to see what's going to come of this, but certainly impactful players from both sides going to the box. As now again, the Scarecrows with 9:16 left to go, less than half a period with a 1-goal lead. Puck is dropped, trying to force that puck forward. It's wrecked and stopped again, right back at the blue line, trying to force this one ahead. It's broken up, and now again, Topeka will get it out of the zone. And right back onto a Baton Rouge stick as they wait, get onside, and into the zone comes Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov looking, turning, shooting, deflected up over the top of the net, bounces to the side, and again, a dangerous play. Kuznetsov beaten there by Wilson, but gets the puck right back. And now again, forced towards the middle, broken up. Wilson knocks it down. Wilson has it taken away from him again. Kuznetsov gets it back to the point. Shot deflected, save! Huge save by Brizgalov. If you're looking for a game saver, that might have been it. 8:42 left to go here in period number 3. And the Scarecrows trying to find a way to get the puck down to the other end. They're being outshot 42-21. As they take a long look here. Face-off coming here. Puck is dropped, one back. Topeka forces it to the blue line, but again fails to clear. Knocked off into the wall. Turn, shooting, save again. Brizgalov comes up with it. 8:36 to go. Being doubled up in shots right now. Brizgalov, the save percentage is continuing to rise with every shot, but would love his teammates to help him out and get some action down the other end of the ice. Larwood and Koch come together. Koch wins it back. Gagnon has it, rolls it around the boards. Inlow battling to get there, but can't. Rolls right back to Gagnon, however. Gagnon off the boards, and that's kept. Would have been a hand pass, so luckily there is back out the other way. Hugo Koch into the zone. Passes towards the middle, but Inlow was tied up, and now back out the other way. Ford forcing that one forward as that's banked out to center. Into the zone goes Larwood. Drop pass back. Katola's shot is turned away, and now Inlow will turn it up. 3-on-2 back the other way if the Scarecrows hurry. Back into the zone they come. Koash with it. Shot goes just wide. Pinching in. Scarecrows unable to get that puck as Larwood turns it away the other side. Larwood right over center, breaking into the zone. Cutting through towards the middle. Katola shot turned aside. Broken up by Norwinski. Sent out, in low, through the neutral zone, taken away right there at the red line, and again back into the offensive zone. Baton Rouge, a shot turned aside again, shot again goes just wide. And again, Topeka catches a break. Dump back to center ice. 7:35 left to go here in period 3. Scarecrows caught in the midst of a change. Moving down deeper. Shot back, turned aside, and Brizgalov a huge save. 7:29 to go, and Daniil Brizgalov has had to have everything go his way. He has been flopping around and able to make every single save. What a play from Daniil Brizgalov. 47 shots on goal the young man from Russia has faced. As now again, he is looking like he's faced that many shots on goal, and again having a conversation with Kuznetsov. So, puck drop going to come to the right-hand side of Brizgalov. Topeka not allowed to make changes here. So, puck drop to the right-hand side of Brizgalov. They've got to get this puck out of the zone. Cameron Clark ready to take the draw. Alden set for Baton Rouge. They're going to kick Clark out of the face-off circle. Avery Smith coming in. And now out goes Alden. Kuznetsov in to take the draw. He and Avery wait. Puck is won back by Topeka. Rolled around the boards. Touched and gotten out of the zone. As now the Scarecrows chasing. They make changes and not going to be an icing call. Baton Rouge was hoping, but did not get that one. Connor Lind chasing it back. Deep into his own zone. Harassed. Uses his free arm to get free. Hustles through the neutral zone. Connor Lind in 2-on-1. Shot over the top of the net as Avery Smith had a beauty of an opportunity. Fed back to the point. Cameron Clark with it. Clark throws that towards the net. Goes over the top of the net. Hunter Hall comes away with it. Hall throws it towards the front. Tip towards the front, and Coffey makes the save. Cameron Clark all around it here, and with 6:52 to go, that will release Gordon Whalen and Ross Bartlett. So they wait. As they're waiting for the two penalty players to be allowed out. And now the referee allows Whalen and Bartlett to leave the sin bin. So 6:52 to go. Bartlett and Whalen head to their respective benches. And we'll get a look here at what Topeka lines up. Sneath has Elijah Wilson off to his left now. This is different. Thrown towards the net, trying to pinch in. Wilson got there for a moment, but it's moved around the backside. Back behind, Norwinski pinching it. Norwinski moves that puck down deeper, and Chirac will come away with it. Sends it forward. Cut off by TJ Sneath. Sent down low, but nobody was there for it. Chop back towards the neutral zone, and that'll be cut off once again by Topeka. Scarecrows dumping it in. Off the back wall. Ed Coffey taking a look. This one moved up the sidewall. Fired ahead. Back out. Gordon Whalen, fresh from the penalty box, dumps that puck down and in. Wrapped around the backside. Garrett Johnson with it. Johnson takes a look. Ed Coffey coming to the edge of his blue paint as he tries to chop things down. Knocked away as Topeka gets it ahead. Backhanded play into the zone. A little bit of trouble there for Inlow as that puck is lifted out of the zone again. No icing as Papa Petros goes all the way back to play. 6 minutes to go here, period number 3. Bounced out. Hugo Koch touched it, so no icing. As Coffey back to play. Leaves it there for Katola. Hugo Koch able to move it out. Koch trying to dump it towards the front, but could not. Katola comes away with it and breaks out of the zone. Hustled ahead. Poke checked away. Right back to Katola's stick. Katola towards the front, bouncing around as Larwood dumps that one off. Alexanian gets rubbed off and back again. Lifted out by Koash. Hits and damages the Jumbotron. So a piece is hanging on the lifted shot. It's going to be a own zone face-off. Has that one lifted a bit high. So always entertaining to see what takes place during the course of a game. Guess they'll have some repairs to do on the Jumbotron after this. 5:33 left to go here in the third. Scarecrows need to win a draw here. Absolutely imperative to come away with this one as Cameron Clark gets set. Ties up his man. Puck won back. Scarecrows have possession. Fired out to the neutral zone. Bounces. Didn't have enough for icing. Is back again. Stephen Ford dumping that off for Katola. Rolls through the legs. Ford will pick it up and take it back. Ford trying to get out of the zone. He's tied up with Avery Smith. Bounce back towards the blue line and into the offensive zone. Passed all the way across. Opportunity shot over the top of the net. As now again, Katola gets there. Bounces off a couple of legs back below the goal line. Poked along by Blaisdell. Blaisdell gets cut off. Alden has it. Poke checked away from him. As now that's turned off by Clark, and he gets it out to center ice. Again, Baton Rouge trying to just get back in. Bartlett onside. Big hit into the boards as Hunter Hall comes away with it. Hall tosses off a leg pad and back in the zone. Hall able to keep the zone. Hall swings back out to center. 4:45 left to go here, period 3. Fed ahead. Gallagher chops it ahead into the offensive zone. Avery gets it up. Moving ahead, it's Sneath. Sneath back for Gallagher. Gallagher feeds it towards the middle. Avery Smith trying to throw that one along. It's going to be a hand pass as Smith doesn't like the call, but he's gonna be all right with that one, as that'll pause play. So we head to another media timeout, the last one of regulation. Right now, 3-2 in favor of your Topeka Scarecrows. We'll be back after this.
Quality renovations in Topeka start with Kingdom Builders. From dream kitchens to outdoor living spaces, we bring craftsmanship and class to every project. Book your free consult today. Your vision, our craft, His glory.
With that, we are back, and we are into the final portion of regulation. Scarecrows up with a 3-2 lead. 4 minutes, 32 seconds to go. I say it all the time. 20 miles, 20 smiles, nobody rides for free. You have to play every last second. It's 20 minutes of a period. You have to find a way to execute for 20 minutes. Sneath, Gallagher, and Wilson on the front side. Whalen, Gagnon on the back side. Matched up, Sharok, Kuznetsov coming out here as the puck is dropped. One back, Gagnon dumping that puck down deep as Cox separates with his man. Back behind, Baton Rouge's defense trying to throw it around the boards, working up for Kuznetsov. Settles that puck down and gets it out of the zone. Sharok cutting through. He's got Cox with him on the far side. Dumped back around. Gagnon chases it back below the goal line and picks it up. Jacob Gagnon lifting that one out towards center ice. Takes a weird carom as Sneath picks it up. TJ Sneath into the offensive zone. Has help with him, turns around, looking back. Has someone at the blue line, decides to go down to Elijah Wilson towards the middle. Gallagher couldn't settle the puck as that one just bounces on him. 4-on-2 back the other way as Kuznetsov into the zone. Cutting through, shot over the top of the net. Bouncing around, Elijah Wilson banks it back to center ice. That one, they're saying not touched. I was sure it was touched, as Topeka going to have to make changes now. As once again, 3:47 left to go. So, Scarecrows will have to put that line back out there and get themselves a face-off win. 3:47 remaining. Shots on goal, 48 for the Zydeco, 21 for Topeka. As Sneath gets set. Puck is dropped, one back. Scarecrows have it. Gagnon wraps it around the boards. Koesh trying to get a stick on it. He forces it out to center ice. This one may have the distance. No, they say no icing on that one, so Baton Rouge trying to take advantage here. Forced ahead, trying to play it out. Alden with it again. He's running to the wall. Playing this puck off the sidewall as 2 men aside, each digging in. Now Hugo Koch enters. Now it's 3 men aside. Puck is frozen there. 3:20 left to go. Doesn't hurt Topeka as now Koesh gets it up and out. This is going to have the distance. That will be an icing call. As there it is. Whistle down all the way back. 3 minutes, 13 seconds left to go here in period 3. Still a 3-2 lead for the Scarecrows. At some point, you'll have to watch and see. Ed Coffey should be heading for the bench here, probably sometime in the next minute and a half. As Topeka trying to find their way to a victory here. Baton Rouge trying to tie this game up. Connor Lind has it. Back below the goal line. Fed ahead. It's Hugo Koch with it. Koch over the red line. Dumps that puck down in and deep. Koch chasing back after it. As Ford moves that puck around. Bartlett with a drop-off pass. Trying to work it out was Catola. He hustles it through. Gets it through the neutral zone. Touched by a Scarecrow, so no icing. Connor Lind is there. Lind run into the wall. Trying to get his stick free. Kicks it along. As Checo moves that puck along and out towards center, but could not get it out of the zone. No, they whistle it down. They're going to say that did get outside the zone. 2:47 left to go here. Here in period 3. 3-2 in favor of Topeka. Shots on goal 49-22 in favor of Baton Rouge. Face-off going to come right there in front of the Topeka Scarecrows bench. Big chance here as that one's dropped. One back. Whalen has it. Passes to his defensive partner. Gagnon off the boards and out to center ice. Chasing back after it. Cameron Clark trying to chase that down. It's lifted back to center ice and knocked back down for Topeka. 2:35 left to go here. Whalen ahead. Chipped ahead and all the way down. Clark took a rough ride for his trouble. Coffey sends that one around the boards. Right back out to center ice. Topeka playing very defensive-minded hockey here as that puck's thrown through the neutral zone. Picked off. Clark chasing. Fed ahead. This is going to go all the way down. Scarecrows thought they were going to get an ice in there. Not the case. Bounces around. Murphy, the former Scarecrow, gets possession. Taken away from him. Moved ahead. Out of the zone by Whalen. Gets it up to Hunter Hall. Hall forces it ahead. He's shoved off the boards. And again, Baton Rouge right back with possession. 2 minutes to go. Fed ahead. Poke checked at there as Murphy gets tied up with Blaisdell. Turned up. Banked out and off a stick. That hit a stick. And the Scarecrow's not going to be happy about that. So, icing yet again. 1:50 to go here in the third period. And Coffey being called for. 6-on-5. As we have the last 1:50 seconds here, we'll see if Topeka can take advantage of the empty cage. So, Sneath giving directions. Sneath and Chirac. Tied up, back to get it. Blaisdell sends it along, moved up the sidewall. Kicked along, Bartlett has it taken away from him. Picked off by the Scarecrows, moved out. Catching up to it, Gallagher over the red line, dumps that puck ahead, and now chasing back after goes Avery Smith. Puts his man into the wall. Smith digging for it. That net stands empty. Back out comes Baton Rouge with the puck. Looking up ice. Fed ahead for Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov passes it off. Right back ahead for Kuznetsov. Shot save right in the crest. And Brizgalov able to come up big with that one. 83 seconds to go here in period number 3. And the Topeka Scarecrows have a huge chance here to cash in on an empty net. However, their goaltender has stood by 50 shots on goal as they're waiting to see if maybe Baton Rouge was going to call timeout. No, they say no, so Scarecrows go back to work. 1 minute, 23 seconds remaining. As Hugo Koch set to take the draw. Koch and Chirac tie it up. Puck is pushed through, back to the blue line, but not out. Thrown towards the net, goes just wide. Towards the front, deflected, and a big save yet again. Pushed out, and a stick taken out of his hands. No penalty coming. Koch has to go to the bench. No, they will get it. So the stick came flying into the crowd. And we'll see if they throw it back. Koch wants his stick back, but that went into the crowd. I don't know if they're going to get it or not. So the gentleman does throw the stick back. Kind of him. As now again, we'll see what hums of this. But end of the day, I believe it's a power play. We'll wait to see. They haven't officially declared anything right now. They've just blown play dead. Thought perhaps it was going to be a penalty, but it doesn't look like it. Be a face-off in the neutral zone. So now Baton Rouge will call the timeout. We'll step aside and be right back after this.
The Topeka Scarecrows take on the Port Huron Prowlers at the Stormont Vale Event Center. November 28th, Hockey Fights Cancer Night, sponsored by Heartland Bath Builders. November 29th is our day after Thanksgiving family game. And November 30th is Pucks and Paws Night. Get your tickets now.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home.
It's really him.
It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote at amfam.com.
All right, 1:08 left to go. Timeout was called by Baton Rouge. They no longer have a timeout. The Zydeco have their goaltender up above the hash marks now. Scarecrows trying to win a draw and make that meaningless. 68 seconds separating the Scarecrows from the first victory after a 2-week break, over 20 days since the Scarecrows played a game. It's Checo coming out. He'll be with Sneath, Koash, Whalen, and Gagnon. The Zydeco have 5 men out there now, and their goaltender up above the circle now. See who wins the draw. Puck is dropped, poke check through, and one back by Topeka, flipped ahead, and Coffee will have to watch cautiously. Back behind, Alexandrian has it. Stick lifted, taken away, out towards the front, shot just goes wide. Didn't get everything he wanted on that one. Scott Koash was right there, as now Scott Chirac turning around, shot over, and hits the post. Koash, an excellent chance there with 46 seconds left to go now. Chipped ahead. Coffee headed for the bench as turning around. Bartlett fires it along. Trying to move this puck out. It's picked up, sent all the way down, but had the other side of the red line, so no icing. Bartlett will go back to play. He's harassed by Sneath. Last 30 seconds of regulation. Bartlett looking, passing along, trying to chop at that one. It's bounced back out towards center. That puck's not going to have the distance for icing. Oh, no, it will. As 20.9 seconds to go, we'll put Topeka all the way back down. Robbie Nichols pointing. He thought it was touched. Be honest, I didn't think it had the distance for it, but it just crossed the goal line, and that's all it takes. 20.9 seconds. As now again, the Scarecrows want to call timeout. They are calling timeout. Robbie Nichols is emphatic about it. He has tried to call timeout. He had the referee right there and would not allow him to make the call. So, one final break. We'll step aside, and when we come back, the remaining 20.9 seconds, keep it tuned right here. All right, with that, we are back as the huddle's breaking up at each side. End of the day, 3-2 is the score, and the Scarecrows a huge opportunity to come away with 3 big points if they can keep it right where it is. They have an empty cage. They can throw the puck down the ice. Have to find a way to keep Baton Rouge out of the back of their net. Brizgalov has stopped 48 of 50 here tonight. As they wait, puck is dropped, tied up, trying to push it back through. It's picked up, and now Koash comes away with it, throws that puck all the way down. Goal! Scott Koash buries, and it's 4-2 Scarecrows. Koash, the leading scorer for the Scarecrows, has his 8th of the season. As the fans start to head for the exits, 14 seconds to go, a 2-goal deficit now. As Topeka, what an effort. Only 24 shots on goal, but they put 4 of them in the back of the net. So fans start to head for the exits. Your Topeka Scarecrows getting set for the puck drop. As Cameron Clark trying to push that puck forward. Moved along as the Zydeco will take it back in their own end. Katola quickly moving this puck along. Baton Rouge trying to get it towards the offensive zone. It's poke checked away. Last 4 seconds, and Topeka looks happy to let the time tick down. That'll do it. Daniel Brizgalov, a huge effort. What a game from the young man from Russia. Certainly earning himself some accolades back there, and the Scarecrows very happy with the performance and effort. Again, over 50 shots coming from the Baton Rouge Zydeco sticks. Koash goes out to celebrate and is very, very happy as well. As they will head for the locker room again, these two teams will meet tomorrow as these two teams get set to battle at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. But again, only 1 goal here in the third period, and it was an empty netter from, right now they've got it recorded as Jacob Gagnon. I'm positive that was Scott Koash. But again, a big game for Topeka, 4-2 victory, 3 big points, as Sneath went over to the officials' box to talk about that as they were trying to get, I think, the scoring sheet settled. But yeah, Brizgalov will head off the ice. The Scarecrows will reset for tomorrow night, another 7:05 start. You can join us here on YouTube and, of course, on Sportfee, where you can catch all of the action anytime. Right now, let's take a quick look around the out-of-town scoreboard before we head to the 3 stars of the game portion of this one. As you can see right on the screen in front of you, Danbury 3, Binghamton 6. That one's gone final. Port Huron 4, Blue Ridge 1. That one's still in the third period of play. Indiana 3, Watertown 4. That has gone final. PD 3, Twin Cities 5. That one has gone final. Biloxi 2, Columbus 5. That is a final as well. Athens 2, Monroe 1. That one in the third period of play. And, of course, we already talked about it off the top. Danbury 3, Binghamton 6. That one's gone final. As now we go yet again to the 3 stars of the game, brought to you by our good friends here at Pulse. Pulse, of course, the hits of the 90s, 2000s, and today, Pulse Radio. Tonight's 3 stars of the game, not too hard to pick, all of them coming from your Scarecrows. 2 big opportunities for a lot of guys, but I think you're not going to be too surprised at my choices. Scott Koash coming away with the winning goal there, comes away with the 4th goal, the empty net goal, a huge goal for the Scarecrows. The winning goal, of course, Avery Smith in the 2nd star position. He had himself a point and 6 penalty minutes tonight. Number 1 star of the game for me, as far as I'm concerned, the goaltender, Daniel Brizgalov, 48 of 50, a .960 save percentage on tonight's game, allowing just 2 goals. And, well, let's be honest, both those goals well earned by the Zydeco. So, it was just a empty net goal there in the third. Not much to talk about there. That's the 3 stars of the game here tonight. We have one last addition to throw on to what we're doing here tonight, and then we will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to sign off now, and we'll end it with a nice message from one of our amazing sponsors. Final score, 4-2 in favor of your Topeka Scarecrows. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, I'm John Clement. Good night, Topeka. We'll see you tomorrow night at 6:50.
Up in northeastern Kansas, there's no place I'd rather be, where polished chrome reflects the vision of every outlaw's dream. It's a little piece of heaven where the wild hearts go to roam, where legends come together. It's the place that we call home. It's summer nights, it's neon lights, it's good times and living free. It's throwing back a shot of Jack, it's making badass memories. Kickstart Saloon, y'all come on in. Sit back, relax, throw a few shots back and let the party begin. We'll throttle up on the good times, crank the fire. There's a place you just gotta see, where polished chrome reflects the vision of every outlaw's dream.